The European Bootcamp number 165. That is a lot of bootcamps, I have to say. But we are indeed here, and we're starting off with the winners quarters already. Bracket in winner's side today is going incredibly fast. But that's, it's a good thing. So we'll do that. We're gonna start off with Big Chungus from Sweden versus SP1, of course, from Greece. Big Chungus rocking that Steve, and SP1 on the Snake. Let me just quickly pull up chat and everything as well. I think I have the correct chat open, but I hope you guys are having an amazing day so far. Let me just check that out. Also, I still need the screen share, I think, Craig. I'm not seeing anything quite yet. So that
apologies.
no issues. Just letting you know. And then we will see as soon as we get into the match. I am assuming that both players will be sticking with it. Okay, we're already in, so that is my bad there a little bit. But here we go. Okay, so Big Chunk is already having a good lead here with 95% SP1, of course. And already a diamond to their name as well. That is a very quick progression here from Big Chungus. Of course, we have, both characters looking for a little bit of space, looking for, for that zoning kind of place. Or at least you could, but you don't necessarily have to, as Big Chungus is showing right there as he's driving straight into SP1's face right there. So pretty well done indeed with the gold, of course. Faster and stronger as well. So that mining has indeed paid off. And now with diamond tools as well, a very scary opponent to face here. And SP1, trying to search for this, but hasn't really amounted to anything too much here. 41% honesty, while not the heaviest character, still lots more to go here for SP1 to, get that first stock off. And Big Chunk is already working on that second, 57%. Already on, tries to go for the spike, but will just barely miss it. And now, yep, here we go. So Big Chungus now can take it really slowly, can take all the time they need to get all the resources that they possibly could need for the rest of it. Explodes the TNT there as well. That's gonna be the second stock from SP1, just like that. A combo from the down tilt into grab as well. I don't think I've seen that before. It's very interesting though. Down tilt, very safe, very, move that's very plus. So if you catch your opponent in that, it's gonna be, seems to be possible to, combo that into shield. Maybe with those blocks. Maybe the blocks were the difference here. But, interesting and nonetheless here. And SP1 already eating so much damage again. As Big Chunk is here with all the necessary iron as well to close out this third stock. We're not gonna see a 3-stock as the Nikita connects there. Of course, the longer the Nikita stays out, the stronger it is, and that one was out for quite a while, so that will take the stock of Big Chungus, but still, I see almost no way for SP1 to get this game back in any shape or form, although we are talking about Snake, so there is some considerable, cheese potential with that forward air, forward smash, so if SP1 can get the correct reads, it can turn around. Snake can also live for quite a while, but especially with the diamond tools now here that Big Chungus basically had throughout the whole set. The whole game, rather, that's not a possibility as we're seeing right here. That's going to be the first game for Big Chungus in this winners quarters, which I believe, if I'm not mistaken, is still best of 3, although I might be wrong.
It is best of 3, you are correct. Also, hello, okay. I'm here.
Well, hello.
Sorry.
On the,
no, that's not a dig at you. I told you you'd be solo commentating for a little bit. I'm just hanging out in the background, doing nice. some nice stuff, so we can finally have timely VODs again.
Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, this guy is an absolute expert. I think we've talked. It's been a while since we've talked.
It's been at least a couple weeks.
Yeah, no, it's not been weeks. It's been months actually. Okay. But when we talked, it was quite interesting because you have a really nice way of, getting those VODs really quickly up. So we're gonna let this guy do his incredible work in the background. In the meantime, I'm just gonna hold down the fort. I hope you guys are in enjoying everything so far. But we should be good here, and we're gonna have Craig in here as soon as he's ready. But now you're stuck with me, so you're not escaping me. The ladder combo is also something that SB1 is not escaping right there. 68%, not solely of that, but I mean that's oh my goodness, Steve, what a character! Just getting that damage. Shades of Bayonetta in terms of how quickly the damage can be climbing with those combos, but not only is the character way better than Bayonetta, has more options, has more tools, has more killing power as well under his belt, but yeah, just the creativity you can, put on this character with all the options you have. The blocks alone, with how many places you can do is absolutely insane, and Big Chungus so far is doing an amazing job at using exactly these tools. Has Diamond now as well. It's gone really quickly. There's almost nothing that SB1 can do against that. Because as Snake, you don't really want to be... You're not really a scrappy character. You can brawl a little bit. But it's mostly one or two moves that connect for you, and then you're out of that engagement, trying to search for the distance, trying to set up Nikita, grenades, that kind of stuff, up smashes, and that is the exact reason why SB1 so far has more or less, had to allow Big Chunks to farm up incredible amounts of resources here. And of course, if you do that to a Steve, that's gonna mean a little bit of disaster for you. Although I think SB1 is certainly doing a little bit better this time around here on Battlefield in the second game, because 120% surely is looking way better than it has before here, but the damage can climb really, really quickly if SB1 gets touched by an up tilt or something along those lines. There's gonna be an up tilt missed from SB1, of course, looking for that. Now 120% will surely be... Okay, what is this? Not quite the shield break, okay. Could have been a possibility here. Both players just sitting in shield, waiting it out. But there it is, the forward tilt connects. Doesn't quite actually kill good DI for Big Chungus, who was the top right corner there to survive. And forward smash just barely missing. That actually could have killed SB1. Not mashing quick enough. Will drive to his death right there. And the exclamation mark on the build here from Big Chungus. Putting that behind that second stock there, not really expecting that to be the case potentially here. SB1 not really mashing out of that at all, it looked like, and just gonna let that stock sail. Big Chungus still alive here across the whole stage with a forward tilt. Has SB1 caught in the minecart as well. Second diamond is there if Big Chungus wants to replace the tools. There it is. Okay, there's the forward tilt that finally takes the stock, but we're having a very similar situation, even though it didn't look like it in the first few seconds of this game. But the situation now very similar to the first game, where SB1 is down a whole stock and more, and has to try to make it back somehow against a very farmed up Steve. Yep, there it is, another minecart there. Of course, the gold helping out in that regard as well. Oh my goodness, at the combo to the spike as well. That's just how you do it, ladies and gentlemen. Big Chungus will take the set 2-0 with that amazing finish. And SB1 didn't really look like they had an answer at all. What an amazing performance here by a Big Chungus, showing once again that they're a very capable player. They really have been showing up in a lot of online tournaments as of recently, and have really been showing what they're capable of. As far as I know, they're very young though, so I don't think they'll travel much, but they're really good.
All right, so yeah, that was our first game in Winners Quarters. We actually do not have another game lined up ready to go. We got to Winners Quarters ridiculously quickly. Like it caught me off guard by a lot. So it'll be a little bit.
All right, let's have a look then how generally the bracket looks. We have Jaka, who's already sitting in Winners Quarters, taking the win over Senso 2-0, and we have Sapphire 99 on the other side of that particular branch of the bracket against Armod 1-1. At the moment, that's going to be, of course, Sapphire's Ridley against Armod's DDD, interestingly enough. So that is 1-1, so the deciding game there will lead us to this next winners quarters, I would believe. Looks like that's going to be the fastest that we can potentially get to. We also have Black Renown and Pfeiffer already sitting in winners quarters as well. So one of these players we're going to have on stream at some point. Or I think all of them, actually. I think they're all scheduled. So we'll see who is going to get on here first. It's a race now, basically, for the rest of the players in their respective, how's that called? Winners 8 something matches.
Yeah.
To close it out. And yeah.
Looks like we do have our first match, though. It's going to be Farblow versus Black Renown.
Oh, at the same time, actually, I was looking at the other match because Armor just took a 2-1 over Sapphire as well, so that's probably going to be the one afterwards.
Nice.
So Armor's going to be facing off against Jarka, but we're going to have Farblow, the Inkling, against Black Renown's, of course, Villager here. Black Renown, as far as I'm aware, from Norway. And that is indeed correct. And Farblow from Germany. Woo! One of our guys from Germany here. One of my guys, I guess. If you want to go that far. But that's going to be interesting. So a speedy, evasive character in the Inkling against a zoning character in Villager. Alright, let's see how that works out. And of course, Jarka versus Armor is also going to be amazing, but we'll see about that in just a second. And for the other side, it's going to Surgeon and Simnel also duking it out in Winners 8th or Winners Round 3, depending on how you want to call it.
All right, I have to ask the players what their tags are in game.
Oh. I actually have no idea, so...
Neither do I, but somebody just joined the lobby and their username is Paper.
Oof, that is...
So I'm like, yeah, who that?
Who is that? God damn.
Alright, so it looks like that will be Black Renown.
Okay. Also, let me just very quickly retweet the European Bootcamp tweet here.
Retweet that tweet.
Gotta get that cloud out, you know? You know how it is.
Legit no, because despite how much I've tried in the past, it never seemed to work.
True. The same for me, I guess. But you know, you gotta work for it anyways.
Yeah. It looks like this is the first time that I've had Farblow on stream.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, they were not in Sable already. So that is nice. It doesn't help that I just typoed their name in Sable, but whatever.
Always refreshing to see new players come on stream in these kind of tournaments, because it gives them, of course, the opportunity to review their sets. Yeah. You know, gives them a better opportunity to learn from their mistakes, from their wins, from what they did in that particular set, and so on and so forth. And also it gives us the opportunity to look at a player that we've not really looked at before. So it's always interesting. So we're gonna wait for everything to be set up here. I think. Wait. Yeah.
So Farblow has played solo Inkling so far in this bracket. They've won 3 games against Strap, Beloved, and Powa. Powa took out Nines.
Oh, damn.
Yeah.
Nines playing the
2.
Aura.
Yeah, let's see here. Who was Nines playing specifically?
Sora, seems like.
Okay.
All the way, actually. I think Nines has switched to Sora. But I'm not sure.
Do I? Let me double check.
Okay.
I do have the mix. Thank you very much.
Oh, the countries. Yeah. Oh, yeah. You do. I didn't pay attention to that, but yeah.
That's fine. Thank you for the heads up before we started that. All right, I'm going to go back into the background.
Alrighty. So, as Craig is facing back into the background, here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Of course, Black Renown rocking that most chill villager skin. My favorite as well, I have to say. Look at this guy. So chill. All right, of course, Fabio with the pink Inkling as well. The tag in-game actually being Farbleu for some reason, not quite sure why. But maybe it's just an aesthetic thing. If you want to go by German pronunciation, it's certainly going to be Farbleu, but oh well, we'll see how they're doing here against Black Renown, who, is a player that we've seen before a couple of times. They've been on the online scene for quite a while. And Farbleu, I have to say, not someone I have seen before, as I said earlier, but we'll see how they fare against Black Renown here, who is of course going to do their best to just keep out that Inkling, because as soon as Inkling lays hands on that villager, it's going to be a lot of damage. Of course, the jab, one of the best in the game here, as you see right there. Not only is it fast, does a lot of damage, but it also adds ink, so it's just, how can a jab be allowed to be this good, But Inkling has that on her toolkit, needs it as well. And we'll see, of course, smart grabs there. Farbleu more or less forced to shield these Lloyd rockets that Black Renown is setting up all over the place. And Black Renown, even though that grab is very slow, can of course just go in. Because if Farbleu releases the shield, they're gonna get hit by the Lloyd rocket, and if they don't, they're gonna get grabbed. So, what are you going to do in that situation? Not get into that situation in the first place, I guess, but that's more or less the only thing. It's not easier said than done for sure. The tree once again on the field here for Black Renown has access to that axe now as well, of course. Lots and lots of killing power behind that one. Farbleu just barely missing the up throw up air, which is a very good kill confirmed for the Inkling. Black Renown might be just barely out of percents now, or even just then, because of the rage that Farbleu had already acquired. Lloyd Rocket once again catching the landing, and there is the bowling ball bonk on Farbleu's head, and that's going to take the stock for sure. Very strong smash deck, that bowling ball. You don't want to get hit by that at all. I think it kills like 70 with a light character like the Inkling as well, so a very scary thing there. The reflected, or pocketed rather, I should say, splat bomb there as well is going to hit Farbleu for some massive damage. And every time Farbleu tries to set that up, Black Renown has already pocketed it. It feels like it's really done an awesome job of getting rid of these projectiles. Farbleu not really finding, the way in here against Black Renown, and that has really been leading to the, the lead that Black Renown has so far here. The tree now, of course, once again back on the field, can drop it on Farbleu's head as well, and there it is indeed. Not only does Farbleu get a bowling ball drop in as well, but it's going to be an entire tree for the second stock as well. Potential for a jab block there. Black Renown not taking it, instead going for the dash deck, taking the safe damage, but Farbleu now massively behind in this first game, in this winners quarters here of European Bootcamp 165. Farbleu, okay, connecting the second and important hit of that up smash, still not killing at 150% here. Black Renown still holding strong, bowling balls be dropping. And the second hit of the up B from Farbleu, saving it from further ledge traps, but Black Renown just going to the other side. No, actually electing to go to the same side, keeping the ledge traps going. The neutral air sending Farbleu off stage once again, but makes it back safely this time, around 86% though. The bowling ball from Black Renown or a tree will certainly do it. Tries to get pushed off. There's a tree. It connects with the initial tree hitbox, but does not quite kill yet. But the massive damage of 120% on Farbleu. Forward tilt, the big umbrella coming through, and the bowling ball for the third. And that's going to be a 3-stock from Black Renown here against Farbleu for this first game of this best of 3. Incredibly well played by our Norwegian villager main. And Farbleu, they have to think hard about how they want to, engage Black Renown. I think that it's so hard though. Like, villager, he's so good at just keeping you at arm's length, with the slingshots, and even if you get in, the nair is fairly quick. Yeah, the Lloyd rocket, and of course all the other tools of villager has one of the more pure zoning characters in this game, I would say. And thus, Farbleu not really finding any way to get in there. One of the better tools, of course, the Inkling has is is the dash. With that very low profile, you can get under these slingshots. But we've not really seen that. Fablo, the few times they found way in, it's not really been amounting to too much. No really great combos that the Inkling can pull off, especially in early percents. It's mostly been, I remember a jab, some of these splat bombs connecting, is an up smash connecting, but that's about it. And that is certainly not enough to get, the game off of Black Renown. But we'll see. We have a bigger stage now, which I would say favors Fablo for sure, having the better mobility of these two characters, and can search for the distance, which makes reacting against these projectiles a little bit easier as well. And the getting in game basically the same for Fablo here. Trying to parry that Lloyd Rocket. I feel like they're on that shield, but dropping a little bit too early, getting hit by that instead. But the very early goings here of this second game already looking a little bit better for Fablo. But we'll see how that carries along with the rest of the game. That was incredibly risky by Fablo to contest that bowling ball. If that would have connected, that would have been the stock for sure. But luckily for Fablo, that's not the case. Black Renown here, of course, very comfortable off stage. You can basically go anywhere as Villager with that recovery. Bowling ball will miss, as will the landing hitbox of that upbeat though, so Black Renown will get a punish off it. Bowling ball, just barely shielded by Fablo. Okay, good reactions on that one. Jab, of course, unsafe. Grab auto shield enough of a frame advantage here for Black Renown to get it, and the quick tree, water a little bit, interrupted, and then water it again. It comes out so quick, it's so strong, and it will take the first stock off of Fablo here. Oh my goodness, getting hit by the Lloyd Rocket as well, but of course the distance on the recovery from Fablo there is enough to still survive. But oh my god, not even getting off the ledge. The get up attack there, too risky. Black Renown will just shield it and punish accordingly. And with all the ledge trapping options that Black Renown has, Fablo has not really been finding a way off those ledges, getting sent from one to the next. Oh no, and there's a bowling ball as well. Fablo just losing the stocks to these. It's only been tree and bowling ball so far that Fablo has lost stocks to in both of these games so far. And while there are strong options, it's really unfortunate. That might be that. No, okay, has enough gas in the tank there to make it back. Of course, the balloons also working on kind of a gas mechanic, fuel mechanic, I should rather say. I mean, there is gas in the balloon, so I guess it works out. In any case, trying to get a spike bowling ball once again, but yep, Fablo having the correct distance there, and they reflected, instantly put it back out of the pocket as well there from Black Renown. And that is so much damage, of course, as well. Puts a ink on the Inkling as well, which helps Black Renown in terms of damage, which is a really scary prospect, to be fair. Once again, off stage, bowling balls be flying, but none of them hitting just yet. Fablo so far has found a way around them, but once again, the damage is just piling up. Back throw will not take it, not from the center of the stage. So Fablo potentially working on the first stock in the set here. I would be really happy for them if they got it. But Black Renown just so evasive. Such a good player, just keeping Fablo out here. Look at how deep Fablo wants to go here, but Black Renown can go deeper. There's the forward tilt though, will take the stock. So Fablo gets one. Pretty sure they can get one more here if they are careful enough to not get hit by a tree or bowling ball, I guess. Because villagers certainly can have trouble killing, because bowling ball and tree can be hard to hit. The axe, of course, being a little bit better, has been buffed in terms of quickness, I believe, as well, in one of the past patches. And is a very good tool, but hanging on the ledge for a little bit too long, and that's going to be the game and the set. 2-0 for Black Renown over Fablo. Really, really well done for the Norwegian right here. That was a dominant showing, my goodness, but luckily for Fablo, they have the VOD on record, and they can look up what went wrong and learn from it. And, I like what Fablo has shown as well. The Inkling offers that that mobility and the combo potential, and the few times that Fablo has found the opportunity to get in the second game, it looked way better than in the first game. So a little bit of how do you say, of adaptation coming through already. And I agree with you, Dopaman, there in chat as well. The forward smash from Villager is very punchable if you can get around it, but you kind of have to fight against your instincts as a inkling to recover from below the stage, basically, with your up B, because that's the exact trajectory that bowling ball falls, you know. So you want to try to go for a more diagonal angle, but I can relate to the instinct to just go, you know, straight below the ledge and then go up every single time, because it just makes recovering a little bit easier. And since I'm a noob, you know, I tend to do that. But not calling. I just realized what I said. Not calling Fablo a noob here, but it's sometimes very difficult to fight against these kind of instincts. But we're gonna move on, ladies and gentlemen, to Jaka versus Amod here. Amod rocking that King DDD, which I'm personally very excited of. A character that I like to play, and that I find is very fun to watch and to play. And of course, Jaka with the famous Isabel at this point. Might be the best Isabel in the world, if I may be so bold, because Jaka has incredible results with that character. And while there might be, you know, some people putting in work with the character as well, Jaka has really been the one on the forefront and really showing what the character is capable of. So we're having a similar game plan to what we've just seen from Black Renown here, but this time around the opponent is a different one here in the King DDD. Of course, can be comboed quite heavily, as we're seeing right here from Jaka here, the King DDD. Very slow in the air, very big, very heavy, and of course that means combo food for a lot of characters, including the Isabel here with those up airs. Already a sizable percent lead, but if we're looking at the weight difference between these characters, not actually too much here. Ahmad putting in some work as well, getting that neutral air into back here, almost killing to the side here. And that is, of course, the cool snipe with the Gordo. So Gary cross-pack off stage. Good tech from Jaka to stay alive, trying to go for the down air. Follow-up from Ahmad there, but will miss, as Jaka will snap to the ledge right there. Back throw will not quite kill off the top, but will very soon. I say 20% or something. Then we'll get there. Okay, but Jaka managing to escape the offstage situation there that Ahmad has been really great in capitalizing on, and now has once again found the distance against Ahmad here. And now it's Jaka's prime opportunity to keep that exact distance and not let Ahmad touch him once, but there it is, the Gordo. You might have one pocketed, but Ahmad can always pull out a second one and let that one rip against Jaka, and will do so indeed, taking the first stock and taking the lead here. You cannot inhale the fishing rod though, coming straight towards you and will launch you up. The next one might actually just kill. Yep, there is the fourth though, and that's going to be the big yeet from Jaka, equalizing the game once again. Okay, up tilt. Is at a very early percent, I believe, unsafe on hit, so smart by Ahmad to just shield and wait for the reaction. Jaka not actually going for an aggressive option, just jumping away, resetting that situation, but something you have to be wary of, you know. There's quite some moves that have these properties, and you have to be aware of that. The first one that comes to mind for me is Donkey Kong up tilt, which is really unsafe until like 25% something. Which is a shame, but you know, when you get punished for hitting a move. But that's how it be sometimes, you know. And here we go, the Gordo just staying out there forever, and Jaka with the get-up attack will miss it, and Ahmad with the spacing on that down smash will take the second stock of Jaka, is now stuck up once again, and 105% on the DDD, not too much, I have to say. So, this is looking really good for Ahmad so far. Slapping Jaka into that buried Lloyd rocket as well, adding some more damage to that. Fishing rods now flying out from Jaka. It's a really good tool. Has good range. It's not going through shield, but can catch opponents in the air very reliably. Okay, yeah, there it is. That is the issue that Amos has, of course. You know, as soon as they are in the air. Actually, I believe the worst air mobility in the game on that DDD. And if you want to escape those, you know, those pellets from the slingshot, that's nigh impossible. And Jaka capitalizing on it very expertly there. Up smash out of the shield though, catching Jaka jumping. Next one of those will potentially take it. Okay, there you go. Good punish on that neutral attack from Jaka, but has so much more work to do. Armor just out there and with the back air as well. Will take the first game very solidly here as well against Jaka. 1-0 so far here for the DDD. Really solid stuff. And really showing off that they're, you know, deserving of their spot here in the winners' quarters against Jaka, who I have to believe is seed 1. I had to guess. I'll check that out actually. Yep, seed 1 for Jaka and seed 9 for Armored, so not at all an unknown name. Has also been taken quite some first, 5th place in the European Bootcamp 162, so has some results under their belt, but doing amazing so far today as well. Let's see if Jaka can, you know, bring that game back, bring us to game 3 here in winners' quarters. Sorry, I had to take a quick sip there, but we're going to Battlefield, which for Jaka is a really good stage, because what Jaka likes to do is to get on those platforms with that fishing rod and just yeet you upwards, which can kill really early, especially on the top platform. Kills at like 80 for normal weight characters, so I would say maybe 90, 95 here for DDD, but it'll kill ridiculously early. That up throw and the forward throw from the fishing rod are really strong. Back throw and down throw not so much. Inhaling the pot there from the dash attack, nice. Gets rid of the projectile, but doesn't really add anything. Okay, yeah, and there's the combo of the Lloyd Rock into the up air as well. Good stuff from Jaka here, taking an early lead. Getting to that situation where they can keep Armored out. And just keep it that way, because the mobility on DDD are really not that great. Fishing rod to get a very high distance hitbox out. Catching DDD once again, there's another one. Down throw into forward air. As you do here on Isabel. Just bread and butter stuff for Jaka and just adding so much damage back. Is going to come through from Armor though, and now the edge trapping is there, although the back throw from the fishing rod will get rid of that situation and save Jaka from further trouble. And getting him back to stage very safely. Another fishing rod into the Lloyd rocket that Jaka has launched beforehand. And that's a 2-stock lead for the Isabel here. DIing that the wrong way, but still staying alive. After that up air. Down throw. Follow-up will miss. But yeah, look at that. The recovery from both Villager and Isabel just so good. Can go basically anywhere. Although now the fuel kind of expanded, Jaka has to find a way. Yeah, we'll use the air dodge. But not finding a punish on that one. Jaka's still alive at 127, but as I say that, the backer connects. And that's going to be the stock of Jaka, but still holding that stock lead, of course. And if Armor doesn't find a very quick way to take that stock off, this is certainly looking like Jaka's game here for the second one in this set. Alright, now. Oh, okay, tries to convert into the fishing rod right there, but not quite able to. Armored low, could potentially get spiked if they're not careful, but Jaka not going for it, instead going for the safer ledge trap. Yeah, balloons once again. They just keep out the Gordo for so long because the Gordo is bouncing on them. So it's very interesting what that does to the ledge trapping situation. Good launch of that Gordo in straight into Jaka's face though, but there is the up throw on the top platform that I was talking about. Will take the stock of Armored and 2-stock for Jaka to fight back here in this set. Game 3 coming up between these two. Okay. it's been a while since I've not been paying attention to the chat, man, unfortunately. But I wish you a very happy New Year as well to everybody, actually, in the chat and watching right now. Happy New Year, of course. I almost forgot about it already. We're like 2 days in. Nah, not quite, but I already forgot about the New Year. But yeah, I'm doing quite alright. I hope everybody is as well. And I hope you had a good way into 2022 as well, champ man. I hope you're doing alright. Alright, here we go though. Game 3 between Armod and Jaka. Winner of this will move on to winners semis. And play the winner of Pfeiffer versus Sir John. But we're gonna play this one out first. Top platform missing, but that's about the only change here in stage. Going from a regular battlefield to small battlefield here. And Jaka will now, being robbed of the top platform opportunity here for that fishing rod, but the rest more or less staying the same. So even with the lower platforms, that fishing rod's still incredibly dangerous. And there you go, Armor though with some good pressure there on the ledge. Good down tilt as well, sending Jaka off stage. The fishing rod will not grab Armor, instead will grab to the ledge. I'm not quite sure if that was what Jaka intended, but in any case would have been a favorable outcome for Jaka here, so whatever the case, he'll take it. Cannot quite confirm that Lloyd rocket into up air though. Jaka here once again having Armor at arm's length. The Armor has to find a way in, but easier said than done, especially when Jaka is under that right platform here. Really hard to get to. Fishing rod quite punishable, but not with the speed of DD. If you were Captain Falcon or something, you could run and punish that, but not like that. Alright, there is on the platform, and there is the up though, as I said, still very, very dangerous. We'll take the stock of 89% only on Jaka here. Very light character though in the Isabel, so a strong option here. Up smash out of shield potentially, something along those lines from Armor could take the stock relatively early, but finding that in the first place is the difficult thing. Back air though will be nicely timed by Armor, mixing up the timing on that shield. Jaka releasing it too early. Will get a balloon taken off, but will still make it back with the fuel still remaining. And there is the sweet spot neutral air though, the actual kill off the top, so might be a little of wrong DI there from Jaka's part, not expecting that aggressive option from Armor, but will take the stock and will keep the game relatively even. Now the Gordo in Jaka's pocket here as well, potentially dangerous, can actually reflect a Gordo with the pocketed Gordo as well, but that leads to all kinds of shenanigans that you can't really calculate. You can't really expect what happens if two Gordos clash. There's a lot of jank if that happens. Oh my goodness, that almost broke full shield. Reflected Gordo into down tilt, almost broke full shield for Armor. That is scary, my goodness. Jaka once again holding the Gordo, just barely spins by another trap, and Armor now can throw those out a little bit more freely since the pocket is not there. Jaka had already won, and Armor takes off the second stock, turning that situation around, reflecting, I believe, a pellet there as well, and Armor just now going off right now. Good command grabber through the shield as well, and the damage just keeps on piling up. Jaka has to find the distance, tries to get a Lloyd rocket started, but the Gordo is there to punish that. Oh my goodness, almost getting hit by the 4 there as well. Will get sucked in. Will miss the 4 there because of that. There's a good pocket, releasing it immediately. Yeah, Jaka has gone away from holding these Gordos, because having that pocket is a little bit more valuable than actually having the reflected Gordo. So using that right here, tries to get the fishing rod, and with the maximum distance makes it very safe. Good reflection on the Gordo as well there with the slingshot. Will not quite take the stock of Armor, but there is the fishing rod. Will take it from the main platform right there. Tries to go for another one, will not shield poke. Jaka still looking for it. Forward air, sending Armor off stage, can potentially catch him right there, but no. Cannot quite do so. The Armor, of course, on the up B will also work, but there's the sweet spot back air from Jaka. Taking that stock of 99%, the one strong hit. One strong hit will take it here for Armor. But Jaka, yeah, now coming through with the damage. Lloyd Rocket as well. Good combo to the up air as well. Look at that. Percents almost equalized here. Jaka doing an amazing job so far. But still one hit away, and with the rage now piling on, that's probably going to be enough with the up tilt. Amod gets the upset against Jaka and will move on to winners semis here. Very well done to take that. That was so close towards the very end. If Jaka got one more combo towards the side there, could have potentially taken it as well, but my goodness. Amod will prevail against one of the best players in Switzerland, if not the best player. So that is such a good win for Amod here. And, you know, I personally am big fan of King DDD, so I'm happy.
I mean, it's not often you get to see a DDD in winners' quarters, let's be honest.
True. That is very true. I believe the last time that I've seen one was when Pelly was still playing the character. But that, of course, has gone out of the window for the most part. Still has it, but mostly goes for Sonic, of course. Has way more success with that character. But yeah, Amod showing off great here, what the character can do. You know? Doesn't matter if you get hit like 50 times in a row, as long as you don't die, you accumulate that rage, you know, and just let that up smash rip or back air or something along those lines, and you, like, DDD killed so early, it's insane. Alright, what are we having next?
We do not actually know. That's what I'm currently working on finding out for us.
I see.
Yeah.
So there's one more winners quarters that is not yet played out. That's Pfeiffer versus Sir John.
Right. We're not quite sure if both players are currently available.
Oh, okay.
Yep. So we are waiting on information from Doperman there.
Oh yeah, there was something in chat I've seen. Yeah, that Pfeiffer board. True.
Yep.
Alright. Well, we'll see. I see quite a few peeps in chat there. We have Choo-Choo, we have Melod. Dafong is there as well. Bertoleo. I hope you guys are doing alright.
Alright, we have confirmation. Pfeiffer is available. We will be going to Pfeiffer versus Sir John next.
Yeah, I'm spotting a very... You know, some weird guy called Robo Leader. I don't know who that is, but...
Yeah, I don't know who that is. Sounds like a jerk.
Seems pretty suspicious, you know. Oh well.
Sounds like an absolute jerk.
True. All right. Yeah, but Five, of course, from Sweden as well, piloting the Joker, and we have Sir John on the Pyramithra. Not quite sure what they played before. I've heard the name for sure, but can't remember what they played before. I don't think that we've ever
had them on stream before, if I'm being completely honest with you.
That could be. I remember the name, but I don't know where from. So, could be anything.
Could be anything or anyone.
I'm trying to check them out in PG stats. Maybe that'll help. If the site will load for me. Oh no, wait, that's wrong. From Germany, exactly. Alright, what are we having? Alright, so apparently they're mostly playing ZSS. But rocking the Pyramithra this time around. And doing quite well.
Pyramithra is a little bit more forgiving online. I would expect that.
Maybe it's the online thing. Could be. That's true. But you know, Pfeiffer rocking the Joker no matter what. Has put on quite a good performance in VCA last year as well. So let's see how they do against Sir John's Pyramithra here. If they still go for the character. Of course, they have the opportunity to switch if they want to, but we'll find that out.
They've played Pyro basically the entire bracket so far.
Yeah.
I don't see why they would change now.
It's only been 2 O's as well, so maybe if they get, put into a corner, you might see a switch, but so far, I don't see a reason why they wouldn't start off with it. That is true.
Alright, Pfeiffer has joined the lobby. We're just waiting on both these players to start now.
Small typo in the name there, for Pfeiffer.
What are you talking about?
I mean, there ain't no typo, as you'll see in just a second. There is no typo.
There was no typo.
Sorry, I don't know what I was seeing.
I don't know what you were seeing either, man. We're all just... This is a mass hallucination.
True. As it tends to be. Alright, there it is indeed, Pyro Mithra. Starting off with a Mithra as well. There have been quite some solo Pyros running around lately. So that is always something that I enjoy. But it seems like that Sir John is using both of these characters, which of course is the optimal way to do it. But solo Pyro, it's just... It adds something for me, but we were here. Of course, Sir John now is sponsored by Berg Esports as well, one of the premier esports organizations in Germany. So quite nice here from Sir John. Pfeiffer, no sponsor, scrub.
Wow, rude.
Rude, a little bit, but he can take it. I know him, so I am allowed to call him a scrub. I hope. Well, we'll find that out after if I get a DM or something. If I get called out on Twitter, we'll see. In any case, so far, Sir John doing quite an amazing job, but there it is. Big boy Arsene on the table here for Pfeiffer. And that can turn things around very quickly here. Sir John throwing away the sword as well. Kind of a scary prospect against Arsene here. And there is the side B connecting as well. The strong version of it adding so much damage. Going deep now as well, but will miss the neutral air. So no edge guard from Pfeiffer here to close out the stock. Now trying to make the rest of Arsene meter work, but there it is, big bro out of the picture. And so Pfeiffer once again, they've made up the percent difference very, very quickly though, so good stuff so far. Sir John now sticking to the Pyro for the most part, trying to get an early kill potentially, but Pfeiffer catching Sir John on the platform with that up smash, and will take the stock off. Now Sir John back on the Mithra here, actually trying to use the speed, of course. One of the fastest characters in the game, but such is Joker as well. So it's kind of just matches the speed that's already on the table for Pfeiffer. Okay, trying to go for the longest Rebels guard right there, but that's not going to work out. Surgeon's going to wait it out, get the spike into the up air, which will not kill surprisingly enough. I thought it would, but Pfeiffer is still staying alive here. Trying to get some safe damage here, trying to keep the distance forward. Tilt will not take it, a little bit too far towards the center stage, but that is difficult. Oh my goodness, so dangerous, but Sir John not able to punch it with a forward tilt right there. More or less the next forward tilt will for sure take it. I have to believe here, if they keep on piloting the Pyra, but going back to Mithra here for the speed. Throwing out that sword with the blazing end, where there's a reflection on it. Will that kill? Not quite yet, but adding so much damage here. Arsene now off once again, but Pfeiffer not even needing it at this point. Getting that grab on Sir John there as well, but there's the neutral. Will take the stock off, but so much work already put in by Pfeiffer here for this second stock from Sir John. So really good stuff from the Swede so far. But now you still have to land that killing blow. Forward smash, back air, something on those lines. Will take it. Maybe actually even back though at this point. Mithra quite the light character. Pyra slightly heavier, but not by much. So that could be an option, but Arsene is here already at any case. So that'll make every move a kill move, unless you're getting hit by a fully charged down smash with maximum rage. Pfeiffer, that was not the option to go for. My goodness, what a turnaround from Sir John to get that and to keep the stock count even. Yeah, that's going to be the Guns of Stage. Will take the stock off, but Sir John has played it all the way back, and that just has to eat at you just a little bit for Pfeiffer here. You know, you were in such a good lead Actually connected one more move to take it off, but we're not able to do so. And now Arsene is here, but Sir John with the added speed from Mythra here, still keeping the advantage going. Good dash attack as well, sending Pfeiffer out, trying to go for the spike, but Pfeiffer will just fall to his death. And it's all turned around for Sir John taking the first game. What a switch in the middle of the game. It's like someone pressed a lever or something. It's just the complete opposite of what the game has been up until that point, up until Sir John found that fully charged down smash. My goodness. Alright. So, we're going back into it right there, the straight run back from Pfeiffer here. I'm just reading in chat as well, Sir John is 21st on the European ranking of 2019, so yeah, that might be why the name is familiar to me. Not quite sure if they have been participating in many online tournaments, but in any case, they have been obviously doing amazing. If you are on the European ranking, you've certainly done something right, you know. And of course, they're showing that in this particular set as well here against Pfeiffer, who is no slouch whatsoever. Very strong player, as I said earlier before, doing amazing in VCA and in local tournaments, of course, as well. As far as I know, Pfeiffer from the southern part of Sweden, so there's a cool connection between the Danish scene and the southern Sweden scene as well. They frequently travel over to each other's countries to participate in the weekly and otherwise tournaments. So that's a cool bit of trivia, I feel like. But Sir John, of course, on deck with those confirms. Grounded spike off that down air from the Pyra into the up air will take the stock of Pfeiffer once again. And Sir John this time around not getting overwhelmed by Pfeiffer in the first few minutes of this set. Instead, just going all out, immediately and getting that stock lead. Now it's all about holding it down. And I agree that it certainly seems like Sir John has found their way into this set, powering up. But the guns, dangerous stuff here. If you get your jump taken off as Pyra specifically, it's very, very, dangerous. You're very liable to lose your stock if that's the case. But Pfeiffer has not really been going out with anything other but the guns. So I would like to see slightly more aggression off stage from Pfeiffer if they're able to go for it. But so far, Sir John has not been, it's not been necessary for them to deal with it. Pfeiffer now having Arsene, but it's all but gun here. So back air, of course, will still kill here. 142 for Pfeiffer if they can find it. Back throw could also kill off the top at some point, although I don't think 140 is enough for that. Drag down into up air though. That'll do it. That'll do it. On the platform right there. The platform's, of course, a great asset for any Joker player with those drag downs. You can also do it on the ground into down smash, although that's a little bit more unreliable. The platform just works way better. Dodging through that hook shot there. So John is just getting the quick jab for some added damage and resetting the situation back to neutral once again, which is where specifically Mythra excels very much so. With that speed and the very safe hitboxes. Combo starters of basically everything. Pfeiffer now utmost importance on holding onto this stock, because there is Arsene very close to getting in. There it is. That could be really big here for Pfeiffer if they can make back the damage, but no, will miss the follow-up of the down throw. The eye in for Sir John for the mix-up. And Pfeiffer will lose the almost full Arsene, with the second stock as well. Difficult times now here for the Swedish Joker player, although if they can get an edge guard that he almost did, then that can still turn around. Arsene is already back in action here. Back air could take it from basically, anywhere that is, a little bit close to the ledge, but Surgeon has just been playing like a surgeon, if you would. Really just keeping the spacing and not allowing Pfeiffer to potentially to connect anything, really. There's a drag down to an up smash. Alright, that'll do it once again. So Pfeiffer landing those, but It might just be a little bit too late here at 101% now. I expect Sir John to just go back to the Pyra here at any second, and there it is indeed. So Pyra back. Although once again just trying to pile up a little bit more damage, make it even more safe, but the longer you take against Pfeiffer's Joker, of course, your damage is gonna climb as well. You have some good, camping tools as the Joker. Not only do you have great speed, which always helps with camping, but you also have the side B and the gun, of course, as well, which just adds so much damage over time. It's not much for a single hit, but if you can use your mobility to stall out and add the damage, that can still certainly work in your favor. Arsene now halfway through here for Pfeiffer. They have to find the damage now with that Arsene. That is basically the only chance if they want to make this game back and bring us to a game 3. So John just stalling out the Arsene. It's all but gone here for Pfeiffer. So that is the opportunity gone, and that is the game gone. That is the set gone for Pfeiffer. Sir John will take it 2-1 and move on to play, I believe it is Amot indeed. Yes, so in winner's semis. Well done here by Sir John. It looked really, really good for Pfeiffer in the first half of the first game, but after that, it's almost been all Sir John. So good stuff. Turning it up, as Dogman said in chat. And that'll be it for winners quarters. All 4 done. Losers coming along nicely as well. Damn, today is going quite smoothly, I have to say.
Today is going very smoothly. Very much appreciative of that. So our next match is going to be Black Renown versus Big Chungus. This will be our first match in winner semis. This is still best of 3.
Alright, so we're having the finals be best of 5, right?
Yes,
winners,
all
finals,
finals,
grand finals, and losers finals.
All finals are best of 5, yes.
Alrighty. So still best of 3 here. We're having a similar kind of zoner matchup that we had for Big Chungus against SB1, where now SB1 is replaced basically by Black Renown, but once again we're having 2 zoner-ish characters against each other, which once again could give a Big Chungus the necessary time to get those resources started, which is always a scary thing. But I feel like the Villager has some more, mid-range options to deal with it. So we'll see how safe Big Chungus can make it for themselves to get these resources started.
Oh, there's that Fortnite tag.
Yep, that is Big Chungus for you, ladies and gentlemen. Going for all the memes, Also, of course, a very young player, so they might actually, they might enjoy the game. So it might just actually be unironical, which, more power to you if you do. Alright, here we go. Enderman versus the most chillest of Villager. On paper, aka Black Renown. Not quite sure where the paper tag comes from, but sure, we'll take it.
3, 2, 1,
I'll place... Yes, you indeed do, Big Chungus. Not that you have much of a choice right here. Black Renown will pose that on you. Here in this winner semis, right? Getting caught there by the minecart, and that just leads into quite a bit of damage. Not as much as there could have been. I feel like there from Big Chungus dropping the combo, not finishing up with an up smash or something on those lines. But 34, certainly powerful. And the reflected mic. Okay, yeah, that is, of course, something that I totally forgot about. But of course, the Villager has the pocket, which is... basically, I'll call it a reflector for the purposes of this discussion, because that is something that the Snake didn't have, right? And that adds so much, because many of the stronger attacks from the Steve are projectiles. Think minecart, think anvil, think down smash. It's also a projectile. You can reflect it. I think you can also pocket it, although I'm not 100% sure on that. But I know that you can reflect it. So it's a very good tool here for Black Renown that it'll certainly use quite a bit here to deal with what Big Chungus is throwing at them, quite literally. But of course, we're seeing the interaction between, a Zona matchup here, which will basically lead to Big Chungus having lots and lots of resources, and we're seeing that in the resource bar for Big Chungus right now. Has diamond tools already, and has a second diamond in the inventory. So they're all set. Lots and lots of iron as well. Gold is there for the enhanced minecart as well. So that just adds a lot. Alright, getting blown up by their own TNT though. Misjudging that hitbox just by a little bit. Will refresh the diamond tools, which is interesting, but I think they might be very close to a third diamond here already, so it might not be too bad, even if they lose it right now against Black Renown. If Black Renown can find it, going for those up smash, trying to get that minecart. And there's the third diamond here for Big Chungus. I'll try to keep track on how many diamonds we'll get in these games, because they'll be more than... Ooh! Damn, threading the needle, that Black Renown. Nice Lloyd rocket there to interrupt the mining from Black Renown. But yeah, I'll keep track on those diamonds. They're gonna be more than usual, so I wanna kind of try to get a count going, So we're having 3 so far, and we're still on the first stock here between these two. So there's lots and lots of potential. All right, Spike. Into the ground right there. Not really been able to follow up any of this, but scary stuff for both of these players. Steve has more options to take the stock off with back air, forward smash, any of these kind of tools. Whereas Black Renown has to look for a more specific kind of purposes, but there it is indeed. The minecart will take it. But yeah, Black Renown has basically sweet spot back air. And yeah, tree forward smash, of course. So, and of course the axe if you get the tree online. But yeah, of course the villager having a little bit more trouble killing here, which could be a really big asset for Big Chungus. A very good advantage in terms of matchup. Angling the shield outwards there as well, Big Chungus, something you don't really see very often. Angling that shield, but can be very effective. And Big Chungus making the interactions on that platform a little bit more safer there. I really like to see these kind of small things, Alright, 170% now on Big Chungus. Kind of shows you how Villager can have trouble, although there is the sweet spot back that I was talking about. We'll take the stock off. And the tree is online here for Black Renown as well. Can potentially add a lot of damage here. And, add a little bit of protection as well. There's the tree connecting. 34% basically of that. But Big Chungus now going in a little bit more aggressive as well with those diamond tools, of course. It's not been getting a new diamond yet, so we're not quite up to 4 diamonds yet, but we'll get there soon-ish. I will have to believe. Alright, bowling ball dropping, as is the plant pot right there. Lloyd rocket as well, just adding even more safety to Black Renown's approach. Basically has been the game plan since Villager was introduced in Game 4, that Lloyd rocket always been really good in just helping you approach against everybody, basically. Alright, going for the gold tools now. That was so close with the down air, but there it is indeed. The minecart coming through from Big Chungus, and will take the stock here. Had quite some gold left in the inventory, and so used it for that quick minecart and for the more killing power on that as well. And now there's the jab into forward air, spikes, combos into the finish with the up smash. Massive damage and dropping the anvil on Black Renown's head as well. Good DI for Black Renown to stay alive, but look at the damage, 160 in mere seconds from Big Chungus here on Black Renown. This has all turned out very bad here for Black Renown, who kept it very even, but there's the minecart with the gold as well, and that will take a 2-stock for Big Chungus against Black Renown here in winners semis, and taking the first game, going up 1-0.
Bruh.
That was so quick.
Yeah, a little bit.
Like the whole match, like the first 2 stocks were expectedly slow, and then Big Chungus just exploded. Or Black Renown just exploded, and Big Chungus, with a big combo. My god.
I look over for like a minute, it's just like, oh yeah, Black Renown sitting at like 0% new stock. All right. I look away for about 5 seconds. I look back, he's at like 90.
Oh, The alt switch though, Black Renown. Now Black Renown has awoken, guys. He's going from chill to awake. You know, the eyes are open, the smile on the villager's face. These are the eyes of a killer, ladies and gentlemen.
3, 2, 1, go!
So let's see if the awakened villager can deal with Big Chungus Enderman right here. We're on a bigger stage, we're on Kalos. That takes away wood and dirt from this Steve. You can only get stone, iron, gold, and diamond when you're mining here. That is something to be kept in mind. Not sure if that's an advantage or disadvantage, to be fair. But so far Big Chungus has not really been relying on building too much. So it shouldn't be too bad here for Big Chungus, but maybe Black and I'm more comfortable on the stage. Although I don't really know what it offers. I would have thought that a smaller stage would have been more advantageous, but maybe Big Chungus has just banned those out. That could have been the case. In any case, so far Black Renown is doing quite well. 81% here on Big Chungus here already. Black Renown sitting comfortably at about 40. So far going quite well, getting rid of those blocks and then going in with the Lloyd Rocket, adding that safety. Just barely missing there, yeah. But look at the time that Big Chungus gets for farming. Has already have a diamond here in the inventory. He's not quite willing to use it, but has a second one now. Will use it potentially now to get the tools on deck. Indeed, that's going to be the case. And of course, the backup diamond there will make sure that even if the stocks gets taken off now, it's not too big of a loss. Black Renown waiting with the mash out, but Big Chungus closing the distance anyway and getting the punish. Oh, extended hitbox of the balloons, but will not connect it in the end. A little bit too short of an active hitbox there, even with the balloons. So that is something to be kept in mind, especially with balloons and hitboxes that have a lot of hit lag. Is you can get hit by moves you thought they are long gone, you know. And so, but I'm pretty sure Black Renown knows this. It's not the first time they're playing Villager, so still something that is very scary to me. There's the bury of the down smash into the up smash. Good confirm, of course, by Big Chungus. Good roll weed by Black Renown. Sorry, good roll weed on Big Chungus rather, and will take the first stock and the stock lead. And now Big Chungus has to search for these approaches. Okay, getting the no, oh goodness. The snap on the ledge there, saving Black Renown, but the back air will come through nonetheless. And the game is all but even between these two here, threading the needle on the exclamation mark there, as well as Big Chungus with that minecart, but will not connect on Black Renown. The second one will, though, getting the spike with the diamond tools, adding a little bit of percent, but that will not kill. If you don't kill a villager outright, they will recover. But this it has been a good showing for both of these players so far. Trying to get the speedy minecart there with the gold as well, but you see, all right. So actually, the missing dirt and wood now coming into play. Big Chungus has to build with iron, which is something you don't really want to do at all, because you want to use those irons for anvil and minecart purposes, not to build blocks in most cases. And not really getting enough. Oh my goodness, not getting enough to stone, but there's still some iron blocks. Black Renown powering through those though, but you know, bonking the head on the blocks also makes them break, so you don't necessarily have to have a hitbox, but as long as you can bonk against them, that'll help. Big Chungus now, you okay? Had gold tools on deck for a quick second, but now has a second diamond, and thus going for the diamond tools once again. By the way, I lost count of the diamonds, so we're scrapping that idea. Oh well. The game's more important anyway. And so far, it is very even here. Black Renown playing a way better game so far against Big Chungus. I guess what the extended width of the stage offers is more reaction time for Black Renown, especially against these minecarts. So I guess it works in that regard. If Big Chungus is, you know, too greedy with those approaches. Good interruption on the minecart there as well. Black Renown slowly but surely finding the damage. Down there as well, 123%, certainly in kill range, and that is indeed off the Lloyd Rocket. That'll kill off the top and will take the stock lead once again, and this one looking way safer than the first one did. So if Black Renown can, keep hold of that stock lead, Big Chungus has to approach at some point, which Steve can do, but it's not the primary objective usually. Alright. That will take time, though, to mine up. Oh, okay. So, I'm not sure if I saw that correctly, but apparently if you mine on the outer part of Kalos, you only get iron, and you get stone on every other part, because I didn't see Big Chungus getting stone as they mined in the very right corner there, so that might be a thing that exists. Keeping my eye on that as soon as it comes up again, but there is the diamond back. Yeah, that'll take it. Dropping some bowling balls here on Big Chungus, trying to farm up, but will not amount to much more. But a minor inconvenience. Big Chungus getting out of that situation and getting some good damage here off the back here as well. Diamond just so scary. Like every move in Steve's arsenal just becomes so damaging every time they connect anything on you. Mining card coming through as well, but will be dodged away from by Big Chungus. Oh, almost getting a combo off the block right there. I love these custom extensions. If you have the block online, gets the anvil, but good tech from Black Renown on the block will prevent any further shenanigans and keep that second, or last stock rather, alive here. But this is slowly but surely turning against Black Renown, getting hit by a minecart as well, and that is just so much damage. 112% on Black Renown here, only 50 on Big Chungus. Good timing on the get up there to evade the minecart, sorry. Diamond tools breaking, but of course another diamond there is there to refresh the tools and get another pickaxe there started. And there is the minecart that'll kill across the whole stage here of Kalos. A 2-0 for Big Chungus against Black Renown. And that'll do it. Big Chungus moving on to winners finals. Oh my goodness. All right. Good showing there from Big Chungus. Black Renown adapting a little bit towards the second game, but couldn't quite close it out for the last stock right there. But that'll be us moving on to Armored versus Sir John. And it's going to be DDD versus Pyramithra.
Sounds good to me.
And that's gonna be interesting because, at least DDD can kind of contest the range with that big hammer, But other than that, of course, in terms of speed and all that good stuff, wholly outclassed. You have a character on the very top of viability against a character that is considered by many to be quite at the bottom of that, tier list. So that'll be interesting to see how Mod plays around that discrepancy, because there certainly is one. But of course, there's always some tricks that these low tiers can pull. Low tiers are just cheese masters. I feel like most of them, be it super early kills or some cheesy tactics or the reliance on basically one move.
Most of the low tiers in this game have something that can surprise you if you've never seen it before.
Exactly. Think Up the Outer Shield, for example, for Dr. Mario, or Tornado, which kills incredibly early if you're getting caught by that off stage, for example. Think Patui. Even Gordos, can be one of these factors, because they're kind of weird to deal with sometimes. And let's see if Armored can make use of that. Sir John, of course, very well versed in what I would imagine is every matchup. They have quite the amount of experience under their belt, so I don't think Armored can necessarily surprise Sir John with anything, but if they can still play the strengths out, so I think the most funny thing, if that ever happens, would be inhaling the blazing end from Pyra. And, spitting that
is
sword
that a
back.
thing that you can do?
Yes. You can do that. It's hilarious.
I would love to see blazing end just get eaten and then the sword doesn't come back.
Oh, that would be OP though. No, but the sword comes back, but right into Pyra's face. So it's like reflecting it basically. It's super funny. You can only do it at the very start though. As soon as the sword slows down and spins in place, you can't inhale it anymore. Interestingly enough.
I'm just thinking of all the characters whose projectile just goes away if it gets pocketed or something like that. I'm just like, what if your primary attacks just disappeared?
Oh yeah, interesting thought actually, because you saying that, I don't think you can pocket Blazing End then, right? Because that would just rob a Pyra of a sword, right?
This is something that I need to actually do some research on. I have no idea.
It's interesting in that regard that Surgeon needs a few minutes. Okay, that's fine. Just gonna fill the time then. It's interesting in that regard that some projectiles that you can reflect, you can't pocket, right? Because pocket, while effectively being a reflector, kind of works differently, as of course you can hold the projectile. So I would assume that is the case with the Blazing End and Pyra's sword. Not sure if that's also the case, for example, for Steve's down smash, which is considered a projectile and is, reflectable. But can you pocket it? I have no idea. It's a good question.
I don't know, because that's the lava, right?
Mm-hmm. The lava bucket, yeah.
That's reflectable?
Yes.
What? Does that even hit Steve?
Yes.
What?
Yep. You can do that. It's super funny. I'm 90% sure you can do that. Because I don't know.
Why? Not that I'm complaining. Any anti-Steve tech apologies to Steve players out there. Actually, no apologies to Steve players out there. Any anti-Steve tech, I absolutely welcome. But why?
I think the reason why it is considered a projector is because it can drop, right? If you use it at the ledge, it drops a little bit. So it has to be a projector for that particular reason.
Interesting.
Steve down smash can be inhaled or pocketed. Wow, it can be pocketed? Wow. Okay. Damn.
Alright, maybe I have to pick up Villager.
The anti-Steve meta is evolving, ladies and gentlemen.
We need some actual, legitimate anti-Steve labbing happening right now, if it's not already.
I'm pretty sure it's happening. Every character has to find a way to deal with Steve, because Steve has just become so prevalent,
I legitimately cannot believe that as a sort of anti-Steve move, I just said, I guess I'll have to play Villager.
That is how far you have to go. While I'm just bad at
die the hero or live long enough to see yourself become the villain.
Or the villager, I guess.
The villager.
Villager? Yeah. Wait, aren't there oh my goodness, I'm blanking on the name. Illager. You become the Illager, right? Because they're evil villagers in Minecraft. Does that work? It works.
It kinda. Ill as an adjective sometimes just means good things. So it's just damn, that was ill. I sound progressively more white as I say that.
Well, there's nothing you can do against it, But it's not something I would come out in saying, damn, I would say it looks sick, which is basically the same meaning.
Basically
I guess.
The same meaning.
So you can say sickager, I guess.
Sickager. No, I don't think I will.
Steve is not broken, just need a lot of experience. I would agree. I'm not one for banning characters.
All right. So
in very extreme circumstances, if you think to brawl Meta Knight,
no,
that's a maybe. But even then,
Smash 4 would have been fantastic if we had just banned Bayonetta immediately. I don't even think that's a hot take. That's just character dominated the game.
Yeah, I'm not. it's hard, right? Because
it's hard because you don't want to take that nuclear option, but also it's just like which option, looking back, would have been better for the health of competitive play? Banning Bayonetta.
If you purely think about the health of competitive play, I don't know, man. It's there's so many facets to it because some players have, have been able to adjust quite well, with SDI and stuff. But if it comes to a point where you have to learn like specific countermeasures to a certain character, because otherwise you just will not succeed in bracket. That is
when one character invalidates basically the entire cast.
Yeah, at one side it's very inconvenient, but on the other side it's more or less in the spirit of competitive play as well. Finding the best way to win.
Well,
and if that is playing an OP character, then
you could do that, but even that has limits. Like Melee bans ledge stalling, because otherwise players would get a lead and then just hang out on the ledge the entire game because they can be fully invulnerable.
Ooh.
Why play?
Yeah, that's fair. I guess it's also a question of the.
It's a rule that was basically put in to sort of like stop players from taking some of the more like overpowered or broken routes to victory that isn't fun to play against or fun to watch. Again, I don't like bans, but also like looking back, certain things should have been banned.
Okay, if you can make certainly you can make an argument for Bayonetta ban in Smash 4, but do you think you can make the same argument for Steve? I don't think you can. Like, the character's not nearly as dominant.
Okay, so here's my issue with Steve. My issue with Steve is that a lot of Ultimate's sort of meta, especially online, has been with very projectile heavy and very sort of keep away characters. Mm-hmm. And Steve basically is like the biggest offender of that, in my opinion, because he's just so freaking good at it.
I think that's fair enough to say.
And it's the optimal way to play, and when the optimal way to play is to not engage as much as possible, it's incredibly frustrating. So, I don't think that he's broken in terms of, like, balance. I just think that he's not good in terms of, like, game pacing. And it's very frustrating, and I don't like it.
Yeah, in terms of pacing, I would agree. But
when the optimal strategy is not to engage, this is a problem.
Yeah, but most Steve players that I've seen so far have not really gone full extreme on that. They have taken some time, of course, to get those resources, right? As we've seen Big Chungus do right then.
Like, there is the psychological factor on that too. It's like you don't even if your best play is to like keep away, you still want to play the game that you're currently playing. But also, like, if your only goal is to win and that is the only thing you care about, and we will eventually get to that point.
Yeah, that is the question in the center of things, right? If someone is really willing to do that and basically do the keep away thing at all times, then I think there's the discussion will flare up even more than it is already.
That kind of discussion is what led to like the ledge grab limit in Melee, like I said. Because just like, what are you going to do if Jigglypuff gets a lead and then just decides to grab the ledge over and over again and stay fully invulnerable for the rest of the match? Without the ledge grab limit rule, there was nothing to stop that. Other than just people honestly just like booing Hungry Box.
Which didn't stop it either, but
It didn't really stop it because the Hungry Box knew it was just like, this is not banned, and with this I win, so I'm gonna do it.
I actually don't remember. Of course, I'm not big into the Melee scene, so I can't speak on much authority on that one, but I don't remember. It must have been quite early if Humble Box did this.
No, it was actually
match.
fairly late. It was more of an issue of like people just sort of didn't do it as people didn't do it because they didn't want to do it. They wanted to play the game, but in like very tight situations, especially like in more recent Melee in the last couple of years, it was an issue of like, my best chance to win is just to not play. So that's what I'm going to do for the rest of this match. Because it became about just win at any cost.
Yeah, well...
that's what you expect in tournament, and, you know... We're going into sort of this, like, debate, as Doperman says in the chat, we're waiting on Sir John.
You'll see if it gets to that. You know?
I think we may have to just move on without them. Like, I've pinged them in Discord. They have not responded.
How much time has it been?
How much time has it been since I pinged them? Over 10 minutes.
Well, that's
a bit. No.
I think...
I'm going to have to say that we're going to have to move on.
I think somebody said 5 minutes earlier, but that also been like 11 minutes ago, so...
No. We'll go to something else. It looks like we have... do we have a match in Losers coming up? Can we go to that one?
Let me see. Fablo vs. SB1 has just started, so maybe if you're quick enough, you can still catch them. They just checked in 20 seconds ago.
Yeah, I'm going to ask them to hold on while we work this out. All right, looks like we're going to be moving down to the loosest side of the bracket then. When we go ahead and inform Farblo and SB1 that they will be playing on stream.
All right, let's do that. Oh my, I just see SB1 has beaten Nines, but Nines playing all kind of characters today. Playing the Wii Fit trainer. Actually taking a game of SB1 as well, so... Good stuff, I guess. Playing some Sora, of course, as I said, Wii Fit
there goes
trainer.
the lobby.
Ah, damn it. That always happens.
Yeah, I knew that was going to happen soon enough. All right, that's just
That's it.
A sign that we waited way too long.
That does it.
That does it. That does it.
Okay, yeah, Fablo has made a good job so far. Okay, they had to win one match in losers round 6, and they did so against Makima, rocking that Joker as well. 2-0 for Fablo there. And now, is that a rematch against SB1? No, they were in different parts of the bracket. Okay, it's gonna be Fablo versus SB1 if we can get them, which I believe we can.
Yep. Give me just one moment. I am setting up the new lobby for them and sending them the info.
No hurries, no hurries.
Okay. That should be everything. Let me go ahead and send them the new info. Cool. Now we're just waiting on them. So yeah, unfortunately we do not get to see our match in winter semis. It appears that Sir John has disappeared on us.
Maybe we'll see it later. Or, you know, if push comes to shove, Sir John might have to DQ, but we'll see. We'll see about that.
We'll see. We will see.
We have our amazing TOs on the case, so it's all good. One of them being this Craig guy, and of course Doperman.
Yeah, that me.
That you.
Anyway, at least now we're not discussing degenerate rules. or I suppose I should say rules to combat degeneracy. Yeah, hopefully Sir John comes back, but in the meantime, we got Farblo versus SP1. Let me go ahead and update my spreadsheet here because I was not expecting us to do a losers round.
That's most likely going to be Inkling versus Snake. Fablo and SB1 has not been playing anything else besides these characters.
Alright, there we go.
I can also... what I like to do is, you know, especially in in the early parts of bracket, I always like to look at some of these game attacks because some of them are really creative. We have In the Club, for example, playing Mega Man. We have Pizza Time, Mashy Spike Plate. There's just so many good names.
Mashy Spike Plate. Okay.
It's so good. Alright, anyways, guys, here we go. We have Fablo Esbon. That is losers round 7, so losers 8 basically. Winner of that's going to move on to losers quarters. And we're on small battlefield here. Of course, SB1 here hailing from Greece, and Fablo we've seen earlier as well from Germany here. So having their, not only their first time on stream, but also their second time on stream in the same tournament. So quite nice.
Yep.
Let me get that back up. All right, here we go.
Yeah.
So, SB1 here holding the lead, more or less as expected, because Snake against Inkling sounds horrible for Inkling, to be fair. You know, you want to get that, you want to get in against Snake, and Snake, as soon as you hold the grenade, your in is basically done, and there's the explosion off the top. That I believe that was a C4 that dropped from SB1 straight onto Fablo's head.
When it comes
you always
to
have to be aware of that.
When it comes to like a rushdown character, Snake has just so many ways of like getting favorable trades out of everything. As long as they're given time to set up. That was a very nice down smash with that. Both players are now on second stock.
That's how quickly that can turn around. I guess we've seen it before from Sir John as well with the charge down smash at the ledge. Seems to be very effective today. And so Fablo, getting a piece of that, Here we go.
Okay.
Getting some good ink there as well. Always important here for the Inkling. You can apply some ink from afar, of course. Buffed splatter shot there with a lot of range now on Inkling, but as you see right there, at some point the SB1 will get in, and then it's a bad time,
Yeah, but right
because
now, Fablo has sort of changed to a more ranged game. Mm-hmm. Oh, nice, Woomy!
Getting the kill with the kill confirmed as well, up air. Very basic but very effective.
I believe
stuff.
that's called the Woomy, if I recall correctly.
I don't know if it has a name. I just say up every single time. A Woomy is interesting. Where does that come from? Is that like Inkling speak?
Yeah, that's Inkling speak. It's like when in Splatoon you have like a few buttons that you can actually have like voice commands, I guess.
Emotes like?
Yeah, emotes. One of them's Woomy.
Okay. Sure. I have never played Splatoon. I might have to try at some point, but here we go. Fablo now getting slapped by the Nikita. Yep, and it comes right back around. If you don't hit SB1 out of it, that Nikita's gonna hit in the back right there. So stuff by SB1 trying to get the cheese kill with the forward air spike as well, but doesn't quite connect it. Actually quite far off on that one, but now you see the grenade coming into play.
Yep.
Very strong tool to just make every interaction with the Inkling, make it a trade, and that always works in Snake's favor.
Yeah, Fablo currently sitting over 100%. SP1 sitting at 64. Last stock, both players.
Yeah, that up tilt was coming from a mile away, but Fablo just barely getting that shield up. SP1 not punishing the roller on shield. Interestingly enough, I think you can actually just release shield up tilt. The roller quite unsafe on shield.
To be honest, I wouldn't want to risk that if I didn't know it was true.
Yeah, fair enough. Especially in this kind of situation, right?
Last stock, side of the stage.
Yeah, maybe you have to try it earlier if Fablo goes for these kind of rollers. But Fablo's not really been using roller quite as much. But there is the big split. And that's going to take it. SB1 gets the update on the platform and takes the first game. Split
okay,
none.
Nicely done.
But yeah, close stuff by Fablo. They kind of struggled in the winner's side, but doing an amazing job so far here in losers against SB1. And of course, SB1 not a bad player by any means, So
no,
really good stuff by Fablo so far. Let's see if they can clutch out a game as well.
All right, let's see where they're going to go for game number 2. They're currently banning. They've banned Pokemon Stadium 2, Yoshi Story, and Final Destination.
Okay, I can certainly see Yoshi's Story as a ban from SB1 because up throw up air or Boomy, I guess, will kill that much earlier. I guess the same goes for Snake as well. You can get some nice combos of grenade into up air or something along those lines. But kind of works out better for Inkling, and the same kind of goes for Final Destination, where you don't really get any safety from platforms, so Inkling can rush you down a little bit more effectively. And so, where are we going to? What are we doing?
Looks like we're gonna go to Smashville.
Alright, so small stage here for Fablo as a counter pick. Center platform, a little bit scary against Snake, I have to say. If SB1 decides to just, camp below that, that's sometimes very difficult to get to, but Fablo doing a good job so far. But there's the frame one escape option, that grenade. So good for SB1 here to deal with these Inkling combos, which are good, but not true. So I guess they're not a combo, I guess they're a string, but in the wider sense, it makes it really hard for Fablo.
It's all semantics, we're not going to argue it.
Yeah, but it makes it really hard for Fablo to get consistent damage on Snake, and you need so much, because Snake really heavy.
Was that C4 planted? No. Okay.
SP1
blowing himself up in C4.
S1 was like, alright, let me help you out in that damage department, getting that C4.
Oh my goodness.
Oh!
Not quite sure if that was a read or not, but Fablo going right into that mortar. Oh,
no,
jumping into
no.
Nikita.
Nikita still out, second one there, yeah, forcing the air dodge forward tilt, second it will connect, but not quite take it across the whole stage, but the Nikita, the fourth in a row to hit here for SB1, that'll take it off. And 105% here on the Snake first stock,
Fablo
and you can just trade away.
Fablo spent about 35 seconds without touching the ground.
Yeah, that is insane. And it kind of speaks to how good Inkling recovery is as well, that you can actually do that and still survive, for that long. But it doesn't help because you're still getting exploded off the side.
It doesn't help when you keep running into explosions, no.
Alright, getting the roller there, though, getting the bury into the down smash, taking the stock off, but, that kind of shenanigans has amounted to a 75% deficit here. But, alright, getting some good stuff started. Up throw up air is true, so no way for SB1 to get out of that with a grenade, and bringing the damage back, actually, back to an even game, getting the bury as well into the forward smash, and taking the lead here as Fablo as well. Turning that around really quickly.
2 rollers in a row. Fablo currently sitting 2 stocks to 1.
Which is interesting, right? Because Fablo, for the bigger part of the first game, has not really been using roller as well. But yeah, there's the C4 recovery from SB1, and Fablo going a little bit too deep, losing that stock. 90% lead now for the German Inkling, but still, using this roller, this is really something that SB1 now has to deal with and has to keep in mind, because Fablo has not been using that, and suddenly the rollers are coming out. Oh boy. Off stage now, that is very, very, very scary against Snake. 3 up smashes, none of them hitting. Good roll through. SB1 not really able to punish that with anything. Ooh, empty landing there, not getting the grab or anything, but SB1 now off stage, trying to get back there as Fablo sending SB1 off stage once again. The damage just keep piling up. The grenade adding some additional mix-ups to the recovery, but now Fablo the one off stage, and that is scary. Up smash is coming through, one is connecting, doesn't quite take the stock, but the next one surely will here. Max rate on the Snake as well. Weaken off the dash deck will not kill anything. The sweet spot might off the side if S1 can catch it on the very side. Down there would have killed, but he falls out of it. And Fablo's still alive here, but there is the up tilt going through everything, and the split once again will close it out. SB1 takes the set 2-0, but both games super close.
Spot dodge into up tilt. Very, very nice. And yeah, that will be the game. Set.
Damn. All right, but good showing from Fablo there.
All right, do we have Sir John back?
Yeah, they're back. All right, good stuff. So we're going back up to winners.
We might be. We might be.
I would think.
We're asking them right now. Are they ready?
Other than that, the second losers 8 is going on right now as well. We have Pfeiffer versus Jaka. Or Yaka, I guess, if you want to be correct in terms of pronunciation.
Is it Yaka?
If you want to pronounce it in a German kind of way, then yes.
Okay.
but I guess since we are speaking English, I guess Josh might as well.
I try to get it as right as possible when I commentate.
Yeah. I've not heard him complain though, so I guess.
I mean, I say that, and I still don't remember how to pronounce Stasiansky's tag. So there's that.
Which one?
Stasiansky or Stasiansky. See?
I see. I'm trying to find the name.
They're not playing this week.
Oh, I see.
All right, so Sir John is going to be playing with us. Let's go. Let me go ahead and finish filling out that scorecard so we can get them in here.
Alrighty. So we are getting our DDD Blades matchup in the end here. Between Armod and Sir John, both of them 4-0 right now in terms of set count. And fighting for that last winner's final spot against Big Chungus. There we go, we're having a Austrian-German battle there as well.
Alright, here we go. They're both in the lobby already.
Trying to find out what WAG is.
Yeah, I got no idea.
I'm looking in their Twitter right now, but I can't find it very quickly, so
yeah,
I guess...
I didn't see it there either.
Oh, West Austria Gaming.
Oh, okay, that makes sense.
That does make sense, actually. Alright, here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Second winner semis. We have Sir John and Armod right here, facing off against each other. The bright-blue DDD is back on the scene, and we're having a green-blue-ish Pyramithra. I don't like this skin. I think it's the Pneuma skin, right? But
okay, so there are two skins that I don't really like with Pyramithra. This one, because both characters are the same color, and the one that inverts them, so that Mithra has Pyra's colors and Pyra has Mithra's colors.
The black skin also suffers from the same disadvantages that both characters have the same color as well. When they are both like blackish.
Yeah.
But I like the skin, so that's the skin I actually take. So and I'm not complaining about it. Ooh, so John, good. Oh, gets the backer there as well to kill off the top. Good stuff. Not killing off the confirm of the grounded spike, but doesn't have to, as the follow-up is indeed going to work there for Sir John. And we're kind of seeing the discrepancy between, you know, top tier and lower tier character right here. But just trying to get anything going, and Sir John can just basically press any button but get spiked by the down air. That early up B coming back to bite Sir John, and good recognition by Ahmed. Good punish with that very hard to hit spike on the DDD as well. Very strong though if you get it. And that just shows, you know, that's the kind of cheese factor, the X factor that these low tiers have. You know, if you have an opening and if you get it, they're so strong.
I see the jet hammer charging. I'm like, what are you doing here?
All right, now you're going a little bit too hard with the cheese here.
A little bit. That is actually like my favorite move in this entire game, but why are you doing it?
It's super funny. It's like you charge it at the ledge, right? And then your opponent panics and does a jump get up, and you just jump and hit it every single time. It works every single time. It's so good. All right, that's a good confirm, though.
Yeah, that was a nice confirm. And with that, Ahmad is currently sitting 2 stocks to 1.
Lovely stuff here. Getting that weak neutral edge is such a good tool for DDD. It doesn't have a lot of range, but if you get to hit it, basically you can follow up with anything. Back air, forward air, take your pick, you know? Or up air for that matter, but Pyro is there with the strength in that flaming sword.
Kind of surprised that killed, to be honest.
Yeah, but there was red sparks on it, so I guess it's just, yeah, the power on Pyro. But look at that combo of the gold, or the percentage is climbing 53, now the inhale as well, 68 now, and that is basically kill percent with the jet hammer as well. Has some armor on it if you can power through, but Sir John with the quick frame data will get rid of that hitbox, will get rid of that danger, and now getting the damage on Ahmed there as well. Still Ahmed holding the lead. No inhale of Blazing End just yet. Soon, maybe.
I would love to see it. I feel like that would be a massive risk because there's no way to react to that. You basically have to know it's coming.
You have to call it out if you want to get it.
You gotta be a little too psychic for that to be reliable. Ooh. Okay, okay.
Alright, there the Gordo connecting, launching Ahmed very high. Sir John. Oh my god, the regrab, it will not be punished as there is no regrab. It would have been one, but Sir John going straight onto stage. But now, I think the Gordo as safety, forward tilt though, and the DI was not on point. Sir John gets it with the rage, and Ahmed trying to get that dash back, but the forward tilt instead connects, and that's going to be the first game for Sir John.
So disappointing because, yeah, the DI could have saved them there. But they were just rushing directly at them. They were like, I am going to get this grab. And did not even think about... Oh, man.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they wanted to get a dash back of that dash dance. But, of course, you know, with these kind of characters, with these slow, heavy characters, your dash back is not very good. So...
No.
Kind of comes back to bite Ahmed there, but still making this a very close game here, even though, of course, with the Mythra specifically, it looks like that Sir John is in control for 90% of the game, but the 10% is all that Ahmed needs to really make this a very competitive set, and so far that's indeed been the case. Let's see if they can continue this in the second game, maybe even bring us to a game 3 here. I would really love to see that.
All right. I was gonna say, Sir John doing a pretty good job of keeping Ahmed from landing on the stage.
Yeah, and that is, you know, juggling with Mythra against a character like DDD. You're really having a field day, you know? You can
DDD's airspeed is just so bad. You can basically just... You outpace him in every scenario.
I mean, you have a good fast fall, right? DDD falls incredibly fast. And so you can maybe do fast fall air dodge, fast fall nair, but you know, you have a long-lasting hitbox like the neutral air. To catch the air dodge, you have several tools to deal with that. Oh my goodness, Ahmed trying to go super low, as you can do, of course, with DDD trying to catch the recovery right there, but Sir John somehow making it past. 123 now, Gordo connecting, but good DI towards the side there, keeping Sir John alive. Blazing in, connects. Getting Ahmed that sweet, sweet advantage stage, and that is all that Sir John needs. Taking the first stock here once again after Ahmed put in so much work, but there's the uprush out of shield, and that'll just equal it out just like that.
All right. Yeah, both players now on second stock. We're basically back where we started.
Yep. And I like that Ahmed is still keeping this very even, you know. I would love to see a game 3 between these two, because this has been very entertaining so far, and they keep doing it. Inhale there to send Sir John off stage with the side B right there, the photon edge level.
I'm amazed that photon edge missed Gordo that many times.
Yeah. It's weird. Have you ever looked at the hitbox? How that looks?
I haven't actually looked at the frame data or the hitboxes, but based on what I just saw, I'm just going to assume it's like Virgil in UMVC3, where it's just like hitboxes appear all over the place, one after the other.
It's basically the hitbox of Mythra goes in a zigzag, where it goes up, down, up, down, up, down, a little bit forward. And the actual hurtbox of Mythra, though, just stays in a straight line in the middle. It's really weird. Oh, okay. Back air there. We'll take it there off Pyra, of course. A very strong back air on that sword, and every move kind of looks the same. Back air, down air, forward air, they all look the same for some reason. So it's kind of hard to tell, but with the launch rate right there, and, oh my goodness, another up smash.
Yep. Catching the jump, and with that, both players are now on last stock.
Oh, nice follow up on the tag roll right there from Ahmed, getting the grab. Not quite getting lots of a follow up. Good inhale on the Gordo as well, but John is ready for it. Just getting that shield out. Cannot reflect the Gordo afterwards, and there's the second one connecting as well. The damage just climbing up here. Surgeon has to be super careful, because if that damage, you know, it's incredibly more valuable for Ahmed than it is for Sir John.
Oh my goodness. Sir John just has so much speed that even though they're just jumping in on shield, there isn't a whole lot that Ahmed can do about it.
Up air connects there for some reason. Some hitbox there connects, and the connection from Gordo into down smash. Enough hit stun on that.
Enough
for that
hits
to connect.
That is actually pretty wild. That is pretty wild. Yeah, the additional hit stun holding Pyra in place, allowing that smash to connect.
You can do that? That is insane. I never knew.
If you're psychic.
I've never seen... Yeah, if you predict it, of course. If you predict your opponent getting hit, but still, like, I wasn't aware that that's even an option, you know? But of course it is, right? There's a lot of hit stun on Gordo, actually. If you ever look, you know, Gordo, like, clanking with, for example, the balloons that we've seen earlier against Jaka, how long the Gordo stays in place before it goes on to wherever else.
I like the talk earlier on in the stream where we were talking about the viability of DDD versus Pyra, and it's just like, yeah, it seems kind of okay, actually. Or at the very least, Amat's making it look okay.
Yeah, Amat's certainly making it look okay. That is for sure. I think specifically against Pyra, it's a decent matchup. I feel like the problem thing really is Mythra, for the most part. Because she's just too quick.
Yeah.
If Mythra plays optimally, you're not catching her.
Yeah, and I noticed a couple of situations where, like, Sir John was just jumping in on shield with aerials and then just running away, and there was no way for Amma to actually, like, respond in time to punish with anything.
Yeah. Frame data on DDD, kind of atrocious.
Yeah,
I think
that's one
way
to put it.
The quickest thing you have is, like, Nair or down tilt, I believe is fairly quick as well, but they're not quick. Like, quick is a relative term in that regard. Like,
yeah.
If you can play the keep away game or the range zoning kind of game, which you can do with DDD, then it's quite effective nonetheless.
We're dodging
and
through
so far,
and then getting hit on landing.
Interesting DDD jump, but oh well. Might have been a little bit of a missed input there, but... Okay, grab is also fairly good. Oh, there is the big belly flop. There it is. Big hugs.
Fantastic 2-frame.
It's one of, I love that. I love that tool as a 2-frame. As a 2-frame tool, just plant on him, you know. And it like super kills.
Oh my god!
Yeah, there it is. Another confirm of the Gordo into the grab. That seems to be...
Gordo into grab into second hit of Gordo.
Damn. Like, Gordo is just such a good tool. Especially... Oh, another one. I believe
I can't tell if that was a misinput or a bait at that point.
I'm pretty sure it's a misinput. I'm pretty sure he's trying to do Gordo into, you know, upwards launched Gordo. Oh, that almost killed, but not quite 150% now on Ahmad. But there it is. Okay, the forward tilt will take it. But, you know, max rage day-to-day, scary thing. And you want to get rid of that as soon as possible, as Sir John did just then. But 96%, one strong move here from Ahmad, which, you know, the day-to-day has plenty of. You're a goner.
Okay, the parry.
Oh no! Oh, yeah, well, that was slightly off the ledge right there. You know, the parry was nice, but there was a second hitbox coming through. But it doesn't really matter if you don't grab the ledge afterwards. You know. So now Ahmad here holding the lead as well, and that is a scary thing because DDD can hold a lead really well with Gordo because he can just keep you out really effectively. Limit your options in terms of approaching with Gordo and then cover the rest with the big hammer.
He needs time to set that up though, and with Mythra on the field, that's something he doesn't have.
That is very true. No 2-frame this time around here on the dash attack. Grounded spike into up tilt. I'm pretty sure that was supposed to be an up smash that certainly would have killed, but the up tilt will not quite do so.
Ahmad currently sitting at full rage. Oh, they go for the on-stage landing.
That is the ultimate mix-up in terms of day-to-day recovery, but
had that connected, that would have been wild.
Yeah, that would have killed for sure as well.
Yeah.
Alright, there is just barely getting by. So John holding on by a thread here, Blazing End for some safe damage, but you're not gonna get anywhere with that if you're only going for Blazing End. Ahmad can just jump over it there as well. The most hilarious end to this set would be a reflected Blazing End killing. Please.
Yeah,
please
probably. But what I want to see is Jet Hammer.
Or Jet Hammer. Jet Hammer would also be hilarious, but you don't need a Jet Hammer if you have a regular one, because that back air is coming through for Ahmad and will take the set 2-1 over Sir John.
Very nicely played. Anyway, with that, it looks like we're going to be moving on to winners finals, finally. And it is going to be Ahmad versus, let me check here, Big Chungus.
That's good. We're staying with Ahmad here, and we're getting our Swedish Steve player in Big Chungus back on the case for winners finals here.
And this will be our first best of 5 of the night.
Yes. Also, that opens up the possibility of inhale down smash. So, we might get that, you know.
I'm sorry, inhale down smash?
Inhaled down smash, like inhaling the down smash from Steve.
Oh!
For Ahmad.
I was like, there's no way that's true. That can't be a true combo.
No, inhale down smash certainly is not, but an inhaled down, or reflected down smash, I guess is okay. It's okay to say.
Legolem in chat, Steve versus DDD, strange matchup. What does DDD do to get in? That's an extremely good question that I don't have a good answer to.
I guess not really anything. Like, it's even the getting in problem is even more pronounced than what we've seen already in earlier sets against Big Chungus. You know, we saw SB1 struggling to get in and prevent Big Chungus from mining. We saw was it Black Renown? I believe it was Black Renown. Yeah, Black Renown. Also struggling with the same thing. A little bit less, since they had more options with Pocket and stuff, but still struggling. And now with one of the slowest characters in the game, that's gotta be hard. Like, that's gonna be super hard. You still have a reflector in Inhale, so that kind of works for you, but that's more or less about it. Gordos is gonna stick or bounce off walls, so that's not gonna do anything. You know, Steve can just get a wall up and that's it. You can try to inhale through, maybe, but that's about it. I have no idea how Ahmad can go and find those openings. I agree with you, Doperman, that if Ahmad finds the openings, they can do a lot with it, but especially off stage, I feel like the DDD holds the advantage, but getting to that point in the first place, that is so difficult, it feels like. But we'll see how Ahmad deals with it.
Yep. Okay, game 1, here we go.
Winners finals of European Bootcamp 165.
The 165th one.
Indeed. So let's see who will move on to grand finals to, you know, secure that comfortable winner's side grand final spot. And Ahmad, okay, so Ahmad is already in. But even if you get in, this happens, right? Up air is something 68%. That's half your stock, basically.
Yep.
So it's a weird mix between trying to get in, but not too far in, right?
I mean, Steve can do that on basically everybody, but man, is it going to be rough for DDD? What on earth just happened?
I think tech on block that then immediately disappeared.
The way that DDD just sort of like jiggled under there.
I don't know, man. It's maybe DDD is just too big. Too big for those small block gaps, you know? Right. Interesting that you can activate TNT by... Oh! He makes it out just barely, but will he bonk his head on the platforms? Yes, he will! And that's gonna be the stock, and that might happen every single time Ahmad is forced to recover low. Like, if that is the case, and Big Chungus can just build up and put a wall there, and Ahmad just bonks his head every single time, rough times ahead.
God, and those single blocks are just going to destroy Gordo.
Yeah. Like, every single block can just stop Gordo. And here we go, Ahmad makes it back. No blocks this time around. Closing the distance there is Big Chungus with that sliding elytra there on the stage. Has deceptively low end lag. You think you can punish it, you probably can't.
Steve is in the same boat as Game & Watch, where it's either you know the frame data or you don't, because the animation is so deceptive.
That's true. A little bit more the case for Game & Watch, of course, because you straight up just miss animations with that character. But Steve is also a little bit weird, right? Because it's very blocky, not many animations there, so you really have to kind of know what's happening. Here we go, the Armored on the last stock, and Big Chungus not losing one stock so far. There's some blocks coming through. The recovery will come through, though Big Chungus cannot quite get the right build there. Maybe a little bit too hasty on that one. Reflecting the Gordo with the Elytra? Are you joking? My goodness. If that's even working. Oh my god. I mean, there is a hitbox on it, but I would have thought that it would have been small enough. But apparently that's not the case. Gordo also reflected by that. There's the forward coming through from taking the first stock, but the hill is just so high to climb here for Ahmad. I don't see this working out in this first game at least.
No,
I mean, with Dedede you never know, but...
Ahmad's on last stock, currently down 2-1 and sitting at 141.
Yeah. I mean, Dedede has some incredible
You know
cheese.
what? Jet Hammer, I respect it because why not at this point?
Yeah. If you land a fully charged Jet Hammer,
that's it.
Yeah, you're dead, yeah. Trying to stall a little bit too long off stage there for Ahmad and cannot reach even if the blocks weren't there. And that's gonna be the first game for Big Chungus. Really smart stuff. And really good job in just exploiting the weaknesses of Dedede. And in this particular matchup, the weaknesses like even more pronounced. And you could really see that, you know?
Yeah.
If he cancelled up B, could he land on the blocks to recover? Yes, but it has a lot of end lag, especially if you cancel it right before landing. It's the laggiest move in the game. It's like 1.5 seconds you take to like stand back up. If you cancel it earlier, you have less landing lag, but it's still enough for a big punish. And we see that Armored is now trying something different here as well. We're going to the young Link
They got the
out of
Yink.
all characters.
3, 2, 1, go!
Did you know that Armored had a young Link?
I know. I did not.
Me neither.
There's a little bit of like confusion on what to call this character. I said Yink, someone says Yoink.
Yoink. I can go for Yoink. I usually just say Young Link, but you know, Yoink is actually quite nice. I might go for that. Well, let's see if Ahmad can yoink this game of Big Chungus. It's still gonna be a hard task, for sure.
I mean, I understand why you would go for a character that has sort of like these projectiles and these setups like Young Link, just because being able to engage Chungus at range before they can set up is going to be a big deal. Like, look at that. They just stole that minecart, and now there's no armor. No minecart is on deck.
No minecart, no iron here for Chungus to get that quick recovery. But now, you know, finding that space to get the mining going and the strong back air there with the iron, that just kills. I think Ahmad was below 100%, but it doesn't matter for Steve. And now the diamond tools are here as well, 56%. But Big Chungus has the trap there with the TNT as well. Gets the explosion, will not kill, but 91% on Ahmad. Just barely mashing out there, making it back. Down smash, will miss. Just barely, as does the TNT, but Big Chungus still getting that space going. You cannot drop 2 anvils. Big Chungus there, a little bit too greedy for those, but...
Oh my goodness.
Bouncing on him. The pogo.
I was not aware that you could pogo off of the crafting table. That is some tech.
Heck. From Ahmad, but even though the tech's coming out, it's not helping right now. Ahmad once again down 2 stocks here, and Big Chungus just keeps it going. Now has the additional frame data from the gold pickaxe, but as I say, that actually, you know, disappears.
Yeah, so, it doesn't last long.
Especially if you mine with it, right? It's gone in like seconds. It doesn't do it on this stage. I think you mine with shovel on this stage.
Nope.
No, you actually don't. All right. In any case, there is the minecart, and that is the game once again. Actually, the Young Link went even worse than the DDD did. 3 stock for Big Chungus. And that's 2-0 in this best of 5 set. Does Amot have another character, or are we going back to DDD?
I don't know. I don't have any information on Amot, to be honest. I can pull up. I can pull up Smash data.
I want to pull up PG stats as well.
Well, let me see if I can find anything on them on Smash data right now. Let's see here. Amot. It looks like they played Cruel at one point.
Yeah, so I see DDD, Young Link, and a little bit of Pikachu, but that's about it.
That's 2 games of Pikachu. I wouldn't count on that one.
So here we go. We're back to the DDD, which has worked better in the first game, but better does not mean good in this particular context, and you're getting jabbed across the whole stage. It's only quote-unquote 26%. Steve certainly has higher damaging combos, so I guess Amot is fine with that, but it feels bad, you know?
Yeah. It's so difficult to engage. Steve can just, like, run to the other side of the stage with either that up B or with that minecart.
Mm-hmm.
Set up, like, 2 or 3 blocks, and then what do? You're stuck.
Alright, Amot making his way through these blocks, finding a way, getting that command grab through the shield. Oh my goodness, the Gordo getting rid of minecart. It's got to be the opposite way around. Minecart reflecting that Gordo right back into Amot's face. And that's just damage that you don't want to get. Inhale, though, seems to be a good option for Amot, getting another one to connect right there on Big Chungus. Okay. Oh, that's a good inhale once again. Trying to go for the Jet Hammer, but will miss, doesn't have enough time. The Elytra fairly quick, if you can make it back to the ledge right there. Good. Neutral air from Amot to potentially get a follow-up, but even that is interrupted by the back air from Big Chungus here, so Big Chungus still keeping this very, very clean here. Actually reflecting the Gordo and right back into the minecart it goes, so no knockback on the Gordo, at least for Amot. Will take the damage, but stay alive here in this first stock. And what I'm kind of missing is offstage action here from Amot. I think that could be the strength. Oh.
All right.
Yeah.
No.
And that was I was talking about. You can land on these blocks, but you're so laggy, Big Chunks can just punish that with everything under the sun. Yeah.
Doing better than they did in that last game with Young Link, though.
Mm-hmm. That's for sure. I mean, just kind of speaks to Amot being more comfortable on the character, as you would expect. Okay, yeah, trying to get that up to our shield. Fortunately, wrong direction. I think could have been really good if the direction was correct. Instead, Amot now once again back in disadvantage, which is really scary against Steve. Oh, getting grabbed there as well. The spot dodge more or less getting timed out by that really slow grab. Offstage now though. This is where you're strong, Amot. Come on, get him. Oh, no. I think forward air at this point will kill.
Maybe. I'm not sure. DDD's forward air isn't exactly very strong. Oh my goodness.
Yep.
Not again.
And this is one of these recoveries where you don't really have a hitbox above your head, but you also don't have the opportunity to bonk your head multiple times on the blocks. So you just kind of die. But oh, that is nice.
The red bounce.
Untackable there for Big Chungus.
Chungus currently in the lead, 2 stocks to 1.
Yeah, kind of looking very similar to the first game in terms of game state. Oh, down tilt on the block as well. Second one connects as well. There's the... Oh, yeah, there is the anvil and no tech for Amot. That's a 3-0 for Big Chungus.
There was no way out of that.
Yeah, no. Yeah, that is so rough for
Getting
Amot.
hit with down tilt and then anvil, and then by the time you end up... Even if you tech it, there's already blocks above the ledge.
Yep, there's already blocks there.
Oh, that was brutal.
That is brutal. And
okay.
Steve basically invalidates DDD. You really saw that, like, oh my god.
Yeah.
The younglings was certainly a better matchup, but of course the experience on the character is just not there for Amot, so it didn't work out either. So what do? You can just try to clutch it out somehow, but if the discrepancy is that big, like, oh, that looked almost impossible.
Yeah, it did. All right, so with that, we're going to be moving down to the loser's side of the bracket. I will find out what match we will be streaming next.
Apparently it's
just one moment.
Apparently it's Sir John versus Jaka. We're
Okay.
already to loser semis.
All right, sounds good to me.
Black Renown unfortunately had to DQ. So losing by default against Jaka in losers quarters, and Sir John taking it 2-0 over SB1, which we've seen. Wait, did we see that? No, we didn't see that. We saw Fablo versus SB1.
Yes. Okay, so it's going to be Sir John versus Jaka. Let me go ahead and finish filling out that scorecard. The players have the lobby info now.
All right. So we're having Blades versus Isabel this time around. I would have been very interested to see how, just as a slight tangent, how Black Renown versus Jaka would have played out, because they're playing basically, or they're playing very similar characters in Isabel versus Villager, right? So
Yeah.
3 timeouts? Question mark. But as it stands, didn't come to pass.
No.
But instead, we're going to see Jaka dealing against Sir John. So we're having 2 very high caliber players here. Sir John, if Dopaman is correct, has been PR'd in Europe before at place 21. And Jaka, of course, I believe, has also been. Has Jaka been PR'd before? I'm not 100% sure, but they surely will.
I'm not going to know.
They surely will. If the PR comes back when we have online back on full, because Jaka has some incredible results online, but they also have incredible results offline. I think Jaka was top 8 VCA, top 8 Dokumi. Not remembering the exact placings, but doing incredibly well.
What is VCA, by the way?
It's Vienna Challenger Arena.
Okay.
Was one of the biggest recent tournaments last November, if I remember correctly.
Okay, yeah, I hear about it a lot, but I actually never bothered to find out what it was.
Yeah, it's VCA, of course, one of the biggest tournament organization kind of things in Europe.
Okay.
And, you know, they're putting out that big offline tournament, and lots of people were there. It was actually incredible. Still kind of iffy, you know, with the whole Corona thing.
There's a world situation here that sort of like doesn't allow that to happen most of the time.
They made it work, though. They made it work really well, actually, and so that came to pass, and we saw some good action there. And so Jaka was part of that action, and let's see if Jaka can continue that streak of dominance against Sir John. Here, of course, Jaka already finding himself in a loser side, has lost earlier against Amot, who we've just seen. So that was a very close set as well, 2-1 for Amot last hit, as far as I recall, and the same can kind of go for this one, because both players are incredible. And even though Sir John might not be playing that ZSS that they seem to be known for, still doing an amazing job with the Pyramithra so far here in this bracket.
True. People are talking about Isabel in the chat, and all I gotta say is I really respect Jaka's setups. Like in the last match that we saw with Jaka, we saw some like very like big brain, like not even ironic, like very big brain setups. Staggering when to set off actual Lloyd.
Yeah, Jaka is, for me at least, is known for Lloyd combos. What Jaka does with Lloyd is actually insane. You know, Lloyd into up air, Lloyd into fishing rod, and, you know, not only waiting for your opponent to... Wait. He just pocketed Blazing End. So that is weird now. How does that work?
Please have an opportunity to use it, Jaka. I need to see this.
I need to see this.
No!
No! Oh. Wait.
Sir John immediately switched to Mithra, which begs the question: Does Blazing End actually go away?
Yeah. that is my question then. Does Pyra have a sword if Blazing End gets pocketed? Because the immediate switch to Mithra kind of
suggests it. Yes, we don't actually know.
Wait, I have to. Pyra does keep her sword. Yeah, I would expect that to be the case. But it would have been super fun if she doesn't.
Oh, pineappled. Okay. Stocks are even.
It's still super
It's a
funny.
bobble!
So you can have potentially two swords, two fire swords on screen, is what you're telling me. With a pocketed Blazing End and the Blazing End from the Pyra herself.
I want to know just how much damage a pocketed Blazing End does.
If I had to guess, around maybe 35. Would be, I think it's a good guess.
Absolutely Looney Tunes.
Alright, but Jaka holding it quite strong, as is Sir John, holding the percent lead, but the parry!
The Isabobble, here we go.
Alright, how far can Jaka take this?
This is technically an infinite.
Oh, I mean, that works. Not what Jaka has envisioned, potentially.
Nope, definitely not what they wanted.
Usually the Warbell is finished up with a down smash, but I guess that works, so...
God, it's been so long since I've seen the Isabobble, man. What a confirm in chat.
So, yeah, what I'm reading right now from Bertoleo is that they're saying the Pyra only gets the sword back if you switch back to Mithra and then back to Pyra, so she actually stays swordless as long as you don't switch back.
That's amazing.
That is hilarious. How do you even know that?
I did.
Like, Sir John knew it because he switched immediately, right?
Either that or Sir John pressed a few buttons, nothing happens, and then switched.
I mean, fair enough, yeah. Oh, side B only, I guess. Okay, sure.
Okay.
Still.
Oh, come on, after all of that. Sir John. Alright, fair. God, that match was wacky.
Yeah. Super fun though.
That was the most entertaining most entertaining match to watch tonight so far. Easy.
So much cheese, dude. It's insane. Alright, and we're still keeping it going. This is best of 3 still, as we are in semis here. So might be we're having 1 or 2 more games here. I would really love to see this go to game 3.
You'd love to see a low-tier character with an infinite.
Kind of brings you back, you know?
I was like, how far is this going to go? Oh, they got pushed off the ledge and they air dodged. Bye-bye.
Actually,
they were They were trying to roll out of that as soon as possible, but they ended up just dodging off stage.
They probably just buffered it.
Yep.
Especially online, buffering sometimes is really bad, and in this particular situation, it is. But if I don't know if I misremember, but I think they patched out Warbell that you can't do it infinitely anymore, but you can do it for quite a while. I'm not sure if I'm correct on that.
Oh, you know what? Warbell makes a lot more sense than what I always call it.
Wait, what did you call it?
Isabobble.
Oh, I could, I kind of like Isabobble as well, but Warbell's maybe a little bit.
Warbell's a little easier to say.
I can appreciate Isabobble though. Alright, we are here in the second game, and of course, Jaka has been going to this Carlos here quite frequently actually. I would imagine that Sir John has banned both triplats because Jaka is really scary on these. So we're going to Carlos instead.
It makes sense. Okay. Okay. For a second, I thought that they actually destroyed the balloons without touching Isabel.
That is, yeah, that's a scary thing. It usually doesn't happen because, you know, if you hit the balloons, you're very likely to hit Isabel as well. But sometimes, you know, if you have the spacing down, it can work. Isabel actually gets propped up a little bit. Oh!
Wow, the counter actually worked.
Frame 1, baby.
You almost never see anyone use the counter because it just doesn't work.
It's like a witch time thing, right? Where you just mash air dodge.
It's basically witch time, yeah.
Or shield, yeah. There it is though. Fishing rod coming through from Jarka, getting that yeet upwards, taking the first hook off Sir John, and quite comfortably so here, 76% from Jarka.
Sorry, it's basically bats within, I should say.
Oh yeah, that's what I meant, right. You're correct. Bats within it is the move that I meant. Same difference, you know, yeah. I guess. Alright. Just slapping that shield. Oh, what that killed! Oh my god, the down air. So once again, stocks even here, 50% lead for Jarka. Now can potentially put the focus on just holding that lead, you know, zoning out the Mythra and Pyra here.
I mean, you're facing an Animal Crossing character. If Jarka wants to, they can just, like, stay at distance at this point.
Yeah, would be the smart thing to do. But not the easiest, especially against Mythra. Lots and lots of speed, of course. So sometimes it kind of becomes an issue, but so far, Jarka has been done expertly so, and there is indeed another confirm of the jab into down smash. I believe that even becomes true at very high percents, but even if not, Jarka still gets it, and now has a very comfortable stock lead here.
Absolutely wild way that Jarka's been taking these stocks. Oh my goodness, Sir John is just coming in swinging at this point.
Just slapping that forehead on the A button right now. That's not really been working. Jarka has been just finding the distance, and Sir John struggling to get anything started, yeah.
All right.
Don't.
All right, the quick draw!
Actually, they decided on the same moment to engage again. Interesting.
My friends and I always usually call that the quick draw, where it's just like, people just spend some time doing absolutely nothing, and then at the same time.
It's like when you sit in shield, right? Most people have the same timing on that. When they release shield. When you both sit in shield, you mostly release at the same time.
Yeah.
Which is interesting, right? Because it kind of shows you how similar the human psyche is at some point.
Oh no. What?
Oh,
what? Okay.
Oh, sure. Yeah, that worked.
Just go for another one.
That is, yep. Let's call it a trap here from Jarka. Good stuff. With the let's call it a mix-up. I think mix-up is more accurate here.
Mix-up is definitely accurate. Why would you do it again?
Catching a jump. I think that was planned. That's actually quite smart because, of course, what Sir John is looking for is for that grounded spike, right, which you get off down air. But you have to jump for that. So to catch the jump with the second up smash afterwards, I would agree with Noah, Daniel, and Chet. Optimal, you know? Optimal.
Yes. All right, here we go with game number 3. This should be good. All right, where are we headed?
Where we going, ladies and gentlemen, let's find out. We are on small battlefield, which works out for both of these characters, I would assume. You get some extensions for Mythra combos.
This works out pretty well for Jarka, given how good Jarka's been with Lloyd.
Yeah,
get it below the platform.
That is the other side of the coin, where Jarka gets Lloyd under platforms, gets Fishing Rod on platforms, which makes Fishing Rod kill way earlier. So that is something to be wary of. But also what it gives Sir John is a higher down air spike into up smash window, right? Because if you get the down air on the platform, you can set up into an up smash there, even if the down air would have usually launched too far. There's also something to keep in mind here.
Ooh,
for
nice.
Jarka as it gets spiked downwards, and actually Sir John even recovering. Usually if you go for these kind of spikes with Pyra going this low, you usually die because you can't recover. But really nicely done by Sir John, they're making it work.
Yeah, with that, Sir John in the lead by 1 stock, 3-2.
Now Jaka, of course, especially if Jaka manages to get Sir John stage, there's a high likelihood that Jaka can make this discrepancy back really fast. There it is, that doesn't even need the offstage, manually triggering the Lloyd Rocket and confirming that into an up air as well. That's all you need here for Jaka.
I appreciate the use of Pocket to, like the invulnerability on Pocket to get away from that.
It's kind of has some Olimar whistle vibes, you know, to me, where you kind of just use it to dodge and move and land safely, even if you can't really pocket anything.
Yeah, you don't have to worry about losing air control from an air dodge.
Alright, yeah, fishing rod will miss. Yeah, one of the few command grabs, I guess, that you can shield. Kind of messes with the definition
They're
of command.
both at the sacred percentage.
Yeah. And very nice percentages indeed, but there is Jaka losing it first. Oh no! That had to has been a missed input there. A little bit too much mashing, potentially, from Surge. I think they just didn't realize that they went off stage for a quick second there. And if it only takes half a second for you to not realize you're off stage, that you're gonna die with the blades, because their recovery is actually garbage. Not as garbage as some others, but it's still bad.
Chat talking about the confirms again.
Darker with these confirms, very strong. But yeah, very, very unfortunate here for Sir John. That's not how you want to lose a stock. Can kind of mess with your mental as well. So we see if Sir John can claw themselves back, and with the extended hitbox right there, almost did so. But going very deep with the blazing, no, it's not blazing, and it's Flame Nova from Sir John right there, getting in cash on the long-lasting up smash as well. So Jaka losing the second stock as well. Both bears down on the last stock, but 71% the lead for Jaka as that stock was taken off.
Alright, they're having such a hard time getting in on Sir John, though. Alright, they had time to set up the Lloyd. Oh!
No! Oh,
Photon edge below the ledge.
It's happened before from Sir John, and it's happened again. Just barely missing the ledge with that photon edge. And that is all she wrote. Jaka is going to move on to losers finals against Amot.
Alright.
What a sad ending to an otherwise very entertaining set.
Yeah. That was 2 SDs to close it out. That's not a good feel. All right. So yeah, Jaka versus Amot.
So that's a rematch from earlier. Jaka getting sent to losers by Amot in the first place in winners semis. No, in winners quarters, excuse me. That was also a very close set between these two, so we're having a rematch now, and the winner of that is going to have their chance against Big Chungus, who has been absolutely slaying it today. Wait, Big Chungus hasn't dropped a single game so far.
No, Doperman was talking about how Big Chungus is kind of a wall for players that have never seen them before.
Yeah, that is actually insane. Goddamn. Alrighty. Just waiting for the players and everything to get ready, and we'll just with you in a second. I think we're still waiting for the players to confirm in Smash GG that the set has concluded how it did, although it might just be Smash GG messing with me.
No, it is exactly that. I'm going to go ahead and confirm that manually so we can move on.
They might be typing in chat.
That's a possibility, but also I need to send Amot the room code, so I can't do that until they're done. I've done that before. I'm just gonna scoot things along a little bit.
Yeah. Have you done it? Have you done that before, where you Where you mark a set to be on stream, and then you say, all right, in chat, right, you guys on stream now, and then you forget to send them the room code, and they're just sitting there like, okay, that's good, but how do I get there?
Not for very long. The very few times I've done that, Doperman's been like, yo, you're forgetting something.
Yeah, I usually realize fairly quickly, but it's taken me like 1.5 minutes before, which makes it really awkward, but it's, the online struggles sometimes, that's just how it goes sometimes.
There's just so much more you have to do.
Yes and no. Different things you have to do.
Different things you have to do, I suppose.
Because at least you don't have to, look for a venue and stuff.
Okay, the act of actually running the event and handling Smash GG, much more you have to do.
True, I guess. Alright, here we go. Alright, they're all checked in, we're all good. Alright.
Yep, looking good.
So Jaka having one more set under his belt than Ahmad does, going into losers 1-1 earlier, as would be expected. So Ahmad now on 5-1, Jaka on 6-1. And Big Chungus in Grand Finals on 6-0 so far.
Yeah, the last set these two played. Let me see here. Yeah, that was a 1-2.
Yep.
Ahmad
in Ahmad's favor.
Yeah.
But we're having a best of 5 this time around, so
That's
might
true.
be slightly different here.
A little bit more time to adapt. More time to sort of like get a feel for your opponent, find their weaknesses.
And it's interesting in that regard that both Jaka and Ahmad are also transferring some of that knowledge over from the first set, right? So we're not at the 0 starting point. We're actually starting a little bit further along the adaptation timeline, I guess. Kind of makes it more interesting even. And we'll see who comes out on top on the first game. Kind of will set the tone for the rest of the set.
I like the confidence in chat. Easy win for Ahmad. It wasn't last time.
It was a win, but it wasn't easy at all. I think it was game 3 lasted, if I remember correctly. So we will see how easy or how difficult it is for each of these players to get some of these wins under their belt. Best of 5 losers finals between Jaka and Ahmad going on right now, and we're starting off on PS2, as you do.
Alright, I like that chase, especially after like the pratfall off the platform. Jaka getting a little bit of extra damage in. Oh, okay. Gordo pocketed.
Gordo pocket, kind of something that we've seen. The Lloyd Rocket just zooming over the stage. Oh, that was so funny. Oh man. It kind of opens up some more opportunities though. Like if Jaka lets that Lloyd Rocket rip early and you can get the catch on that Lloyd Rocket, you can actually catch Jaka with it as well.
Yeah,
I feel like that has to be
pocketed reflected Lloyd Rocket.
Oh damn.
I'd love to see it.
Would that actually, I have to feel like, because you kind of retain the launching angle when you pocket stuff, so would that launch the Lloyd Rocket towards the side or would it launch it up?
I have no idea.
Oh, what the heck? Oh my goodness, 2 Gordos, they're absolute mayhem on the left side of the stage, but it is Ahmad who comes out on top courtesy of that added weight. Both players were launched incredibly far, but Ahmad still survives.
I love a good DBZ.
Oh my god.
The clank on up smash. Did you see that? How is Ahmad alive?
So much jank in this matchup. Oh, trying to go for the big spike there from Ahmad as well, trying to get a really strong lead here very early on.
Oh, just a little bit late on that grab. That was so close.
Alright, yeah, trying to get some of these confirms going in. A good option there from Ahmad though, not going for the second nair. Jaka trying to read that, trying to capitalize off it, but cannot quite do so.
Oh my goodness, this man is living on borrowed time.
For sure, 173, but, that's more or less normal day-to-day percent. especially against characters like Isabel. You really have to get into your face to connect anything, interrupting the very serene planting of that Lloyd rocket here from Amon. Again in the back air as well. 2-stock lead for the DDD from Austria right now. Still surviving. Oh my
Still
God.
alive at 202%. Oh my goodness, Ahmed.
No,
you
yeah, air dodge, and that is the 3-stock Jaka stuck in air dodge lag trying to mash out of that inhale. And that is how it's done. Ahmed with the 3-stock to start us off in this best of 5. That is absolutely insane.
Ahmed was absolutely just going to go for the sacrificial KO. They did not care. Oh my God.
That whole first game was all jank.
It was so jank.
Like, every second interaction was just jank. Double Gordo, reflected Lloyd,
I'm not
inhale
gonna disagree.
kills. That's insane.
All right, game 2. Oh man, what do we got in store this time?
Alright, the saga continues, ladies and gentlemen. Let's see. Jaka is carried by offline.
Can I just say that I am extremely excited at the fact that we are guaranteed at least 3 games of this?
Yeah, that's true. Like, this can go all the way. And
What happened with
the
the
past
inhale?
interaction. Yeah, that. Oh my God, it's gone all over the place. Smash just broke. Jaka and Ahmed turned on Smash. They played against each other. The game just breaks.
Playing by an entirely different set of rules.
Alright, oh, that's a nice little combo right there from Jaka. Good confirm to the up tilt as well, not quite holding up with anything. There's the up air, not killing Jaka off the top. Good DI on that one, reflecting the back air from Jaka and getting some damage started. Is the dog here as well. Up tilt will not quite take it, and Jaka making it barely back to the ground and now keeping the space against Ahmed once again.
Oh man,
Damage climbing slowly but surely here. Oh, it's scary.
Ahmed's living though.
Timing just slightly off on that fishing hook. Oh my goodness, going for those FS 2 in a row there. But there is the Gordo connecting on Jaka. Good DI to stay alive there, grazing the top blast zone. A reflected Gordo gets reflected by Ahmed back, but it doesn't hit anybody. That could have been absolutely disastrous for Jaka, but still staying alive here. As is Ahmed getting hooked though, and that's going to be the first stock. Jaka throwing him out and taking the lead, and now has to hold it down. What the heck? Fishing rod not even functioning correctly at this point. This is how it just goes between these two right now.
God, that cheeky fishing rod attempt off stage. Imagine just dragging DDD down to the deep at 1%.
You can get some pretty cheesy stage spikes with that. You can't quite drag him down, but you can get some good edge cuts. But there's Ahmed there with the forward there, slapping Jaka out and taking the stock off as well. The only thing that Jaka got was 4.4% of that not really working fishing rod. So Ahmed in a good position here. But Jaka just letting that damage climb right now. Oh my goodness. Confirmed there as well. Gets the sweet spot on the forward.
Chases him all the way out, builds a bridge all the way to the side blast zone with those forward airs.
That's insane. That is a day-to-day only combo. It almost feels like.
I love Slingshot.
Here we go, good confirm of the Lloyd walking to the upper as well. Second Lloyd will miss, but the grounded spike not capitalized on by Jaka. Ooh, Morgan, yeah, just barely getting away from that tech situation there. Ahmed not really capitalizing on it, trying to get a grab, but does not quite do so. Smash just barely whiffing there. Hitbox already gone, even though the animation was still going. So Ahmed a little bit lucky. Pellet will be fired into the ground of that inhale. So no capitalization on that either. Extended hitbox on the up smash will hit but not kill quite yet, but 91%. Isabel now certainly in kill percent, and max rage achieved by Ahmed now as well. Off that slingshot, gets hooked though, forward thrown, and with the DI a little bit off, that's going to be the game for Jaka with the 2-stock as well. Both players with very strong performances in their respective game, and we're going to game 3, and we're already having at least 2 more games of this.
Oh, you gotta. No one can see it, but I have this massive dumb smile on my face right now.
Yeah, same. I am enjoying this so much right now.
Oh. It's not every day you get like a wild matchup like this. You gotta savor these. All right, let's see where we're gonna go for game number 3.
Is down B into side B true from Isabel? In the air. It's true if Isabel is ready for it. Interesting. Down B, yeah, it can be true. If you mean Lloyd Rocket into fishing rod, that can be true indeed. Yeah. If you kind of I'm missing the word. If you kind of expect your opponent to get hit by the Lloyd Rocket, you can preemptively throw out the fishing rod.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh no.
What is oh no? Why are you oh noing?
Capture card died.
Oh no.
We got a game going on.
Wait.
Come back, capture card.
Capture card. Is there sound? Like, do you hear the game?
Well,
not without a capture card, you don't.
No, this is just a. I did buy a new one. This is the first time we're using it.
God damn it.
Why?
Can you try to reset it? Maybe.
I just did. Why do you think we have no video?
Oh, that's fair enough. Have you tried turning it off and on again?
That's what I'm doing now. Oh no. Terrible timing. Come on.
Terrible timing indeed.
Hit it? I'm gonna. Oh, please turn on. Please turn on. There we go.
Yeah, we're back. All right.
We're back.
The screen's a little bit off.
Yeah. Give me a sec. I got it.
But yeah. That's due to the reset. That's just how it goes sometimes.
Dang it! We were having so many problems with the previous capture card. I just bought this one. This is the first time we're using it, and this happens. I'm upset.
Yeah, I would be upset.
But anyway, back to the game. Ahmad is currently down a stock.
That just happened as well. Yeah, Ahmad just lost the stock off the top. We're on Yoshi's as well, which I would squarely put the advantage in Jaka's hands here.
Oh, definitely.
Especially with the fishing rod kind of deal. But it is actually Ahmad's counter pick, which I'm really surprised about. I guess you can kill with up air quite effectively and up smash potentially, but I would still like, especially with the triplet layout, which Jaka is so good in using. I'm not seeing the counter pick here from Ahmad, I have to say.
Yeah, I don't see it either. All right, stocks are even now though, 2-2.
Yeah, and that is, of course, the up smash. I mean, that would have killed on any regular stage as well. Like, you don't need Yoshis for that in that particular situation. But Jaka now going down with the neutral airs as well. Almost forcing the SD there on Ahmad, but just, of course, has a lot of vertical distance on that day jump to make it back to the ledge right there. Trying to get the confirm into the up tilt of that weak hit. Neutral air, but does not quite do so. Confirm, although, off the Gordo into the grab. Something we've seen earlier. Inhaling a balloon? Excuse me, what? Alright, today I learned that you can inhale a balloon.
Oh.
That is so silly.
That's not. Why is this so funny?
Because it doesn't even do anything. It's actually a counter to inhale. Are you joking?
It's ridiculous. End up being early. Force DDD to sit in like 50 recovery frames. Have an entire second to respond.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
In the grand scheme of things, it didn't really do too much. The kind of state has been the same since Ahmad has lost the first stock. Jaka just holding that lead, but it just looks so incredibly funny. Oh, interrupting that just in the nick of time, and the iframes are away. The fishing rod not quite killing just yet. Actually surprises me quite a lot because of the low ceiling here and the general strength that the fishing rod has, but still staying alive here. Gordo connecting on Jaka. No pocket just yet, and both players just trying to find that killing blow right now. Oh my goodness, the Lloyd Rocket could die from Ahmad towards the side. Fishing rod out. Will not be. That is, see you later. 2-1 for Jaka.
Looking good, looking good. One more game to close out the set. Oh, I'm crying a little bit.
This is insane.
I've actually got tears in my eyes.
This is so good.
Oh,
like this is the kind of set you only get once in a while.
Yeah, like I said, you gotta savor it. Oh my God, we're going back to Yoshi's. Why?
Well, Armored is insane.
Absolutely insane. Why would you do this?
Something must have messed with their brain right then.
There's a There's a crossed wired in there somewhere.
Yeah. I mean, these kind of games will do that to you, you know. All right, here we go.
Oh,
Jaka
no,
setting it up, trying to get the bridge, but doesn't quite.
Exactly. See, that's what I'm worried about. Is like Isabelle at lower percents can just carry you over to the side blast zone, and at any point, like Lloyd Rocket can cover an entire like massive vertical slice of the level.
Actually, I think in this particular matchup, you actually need some percents for that bridge to work because DD just falls too fast. Like you can't reliably connect forwarder to forwarder on 0 because DD falls out quickly enough. So you actually need some percents. I think, if I saw that correctly just then. But we'll see if Ajaka will attempt another one of these bridges so we can evaluate. Okay, slant on the ground there will help Jaka, but a great back air from Ahmad to catch Jaka recovering with that tether there.
Yeah, Jaka sort of like Jaka kept their distance for a little while, but Ahmad just like stuck to their guns and got that third hit.
And this is one of the strengths, of course, from DD. You can just stay off stage for quite a while with those multiple jumps. Throw out as many hitboxes as you like. Oh yeah. And that is, of course, yeah, you know, top platform fishing rod. See you later. That's gonna kill you at like 90. On day-to-day.
Jesus. Okay, both players are on second stock now.
A smart air dodge there from Jaka to get back. Don't want to expend any of these recovery frames of that up B on stage, giving Ahmad an opportunity instead. Actually, here's another question. Right?
Yep.
Direction stuff. If you launch the Jaka, Inhale Jaka, which is like the star thing, right? If you launched it into the Lloyd Rocket and kill the Lloyd Rocket, good kill there from Jaka, good edge guard, but finishing my thought. If you then launch him into the Lloyd Rocket, which usually does damage if it is destroyed, does it add the damage to Jaka?
No.
Didn't seem the case, didn't it? But interesting stuff nonetheless. But Jaka now holding a one-stock lead once again, courtesy of that really great edge guard there with this sweet spot nair off the side as well. And Ahmad once again struggling just a little bit.
Ahmad on lost stock.
And one at 13% to their name as well. Kind of hard to deal with here. Day-to-day kind of thrives on these higher percents, but especially on this stage, if you get caught with a fishing rod on these platforms, can kind of mess with your survivability. But that's a nice high catch with that up air. Will take the stock on Jaka like twice over. And now Ahmad has a realistic chance to make this one back.
Okay, oh my goodness, get away from that Lloyd Rocket.
Yeah, Lloyd Rocket dangerous, and Jaka saw trying to catch the approach from Ahmad there as well with that up smash. Oh my goodness, gets a forward tilt there just barely to get rid of that up smash thrown out from Ahmad as well. Gets the fishing rod on the platform, and that's going to do it. 3-1 for Jaka, moving on to grand finals, and Ahmad takes third place.
Absolutely wild set. And with that, you know what? Jaka got the revenge.
True. Jaka, yeah, getting sent down by two losers by Ahmad in the first place, and now getting that sweet revenge.
All right, we're going to be moving on to grand finals. It is going to be Jaka versus Big Chungus.
The one and only Big Chungus here, ladies and gentlemen, who's not dropped a single game in this tournament so far. Will Jaka be the one to do it? We'll find out.
To be honest, Isabel's actually not a bad choice for like going against Steve.
Yeah, we've
Isabel
kind of talked
Isabel
before,
can
right?
sort of like, yeah, Isabel can engage at range. Her movement speed is not bad. Like, she has what she needs to sort of like pester Steve. As long as she can stay on top of Steve, she has a very good chance. Once Steve has a chance to actually like mine and set up their resources and stay in advantage for a little while, then it becomes an uphill battle.
Yeah. I think what the hardest part is getting through the blocks, right? What Steve's like to do, which is very effective, is just put on a 3-block wall and then mine behind it. So what do you have as Isabel to get rid of that wall? You have forward air, you have like slingshot that can kind of chip away at the wall, but that takes way too long. At this point, Steve has already mined up a storm. What you can do is try to go over with the fishing rod and catch Steve out. You don't have Lloyd, what Black Renown has used before against Big Chungus, to kind of intercept that sometimes and get that through the blocks sometimes. You don't have the Lloyd in that regard because you only have the planted Lloyd, right? So that kind of goes off the table. But instead, you're having the fishing rod, which will be your, I feel like, the main tool to get Steve off that mining business.
Right.
But we'll see if Jarka has anything in particular planned or in store against Steve, and particular maybe even Big Chungus' Steve. I'm not sure if they played before, but given the recent success of Big Chungus in online tournaments, might have been the case that they did.
All right.
Can potentially find that out.
Fortnite has joined the lobby.
The one and only. The Big Chungus. See if I can find if they've played against Jarka. Oh, there's 2 Big Chungus as well. I'm going to take the one that has more stuff. Against top players? Wait, no. How does one search players? Jarka. Oh.
You're out of time.
I am out of time. I'm not finding anything, so I think that might even be the first time that they've played. But in any case, we'll see how that works out for both of these players. Jarka coming from the loser side. Grand Finals of European Bootcamp number 165 commencing right now. We're starting on Battlefield, which is a good starting stage for Jarka.
Indeed. All right, like I said, it feels like as long as Jarka can sort of like get in and harass Steve and not allow them to really get the resources that they need. Like right now, they're only sitting on 1 block of iron. That's 1 minecart.
Noah Daniel says they're still waiting for their announcer voice. Is that?
I will get to them in a little bit.
Okay, nice. Oh, timing. Nice on that up smash there. Good timing. Good call out on that shield drop there. Adding a lot of damage on that first stock from Big Chungus here, who has not really been able to get anything started on Jarka's first stock here. 28%, the only thing that they've managed to do so far. And quite in the opposite kind of camp is Jarka right now. And that forward tilt pretty good actually with the umbrella there. 1 hit to get rid of these...
Smacks away multiple blocks.
So that seems to be the go-to for Jarka so far to deal with that wall.
Pocket minecart. I'm actually a little bit surprised that Jarka threw that away as quickly as they did.
Yeah, it's you kind of have to weigh having the pocket or having the pocketed item, right? Which is more valuable to you? Sometimes it can be more valuable to have the pocket to interrupt the kind of minecart engages as we've seen right there. Sometimes it can be more valuable to have the item in there to maybe get a kill confirm or something along those lines. That's a good 2-frame though.
I absolutely love the way that Jarka basically kept Chungus away from that crafting table for as long as they did.
Oh yeah, that's also, I mean, it
Like,
kind of...
Jarka's entire game plan there was just keep Chungus away from the crafting table because they had diamond.
which is interesting, right? Because usually you can just spawn a new one. If you press shield and B, you can just spawn a crafting table where you're standing. So, what the... Okay, triple clank there of these up tilts, apparently equally as fast. But in the end, it was Big Chungus winning out, and after all that said and done, after Jaka had a pretty good lead in the early stocks and the early goings of this game, Big Chungus has brought this back to quite an even setting here. Difference, but just being about 30% here, so that's not much, especially considering that Big Chungus has those diamond tools on deck right now, trying to go for these spikes. That is super dangerous for Jaka. They're off stage playing with fire, for sure. But so far, still surviving.
Yeah, it's still... Oh, I was going to say it looks pretty even, but Jaka cleaning up that stock with that forward air. Okay. Jaka currently in the lead. 2 stocks to 1.
Okay, yeah, good catch on that roll-in with the up tilt as well. Trying to follow up with the second one, but a little bit too high percent for that to reliably connect. Not connecting that catch as well on the fishing rod. Was kind of close though, but Jaka really keeping up the pressure on Big Chungus, which is what you have to do against Steve to get to get him from mining up a storm. And Jaka has been doing an amazing job so far in this first game. Oh,
nice catch with the fishing rod.
Of course, that works as well. Just grab Steve out of that mining cart. I'm swooping in there right there. Oh, Lloyd Rocket manual activation on that one as well, catching Chungus just trying to chill on the top platform. 143%, one yeet away from victory, and that's going to be a Jaka taking the first game in this grand final set.
Very nice. All right, for Noah Daniel, I very much apologize. I do not have the reverb set up today, but I will give you your announcer voice.
Okay.
Jaka versus Big Chungus.
Nice.
Nice.
That is good.
Or it could
that
be
is a good announcer
Jaka
voice.
versus Big Chungus.
Oh yeah, do the smash announcer where it randomly goes low.
Yeah.
Big Chungus.
Big Chungus.
Perfect.
Well, there's always the Melee Ganondorf announcer where it's just like Ganondorf.
Yeah, true.
Big Chungus.
I like the ultimate Ganondorf. Ganondorf.
Ganondorf. No, we don't have Ganondorf. We have Isabelle
Yes.
versus
Enderman.
Steve.
Steve.
Oh yeah, how does he say Enderman? Oh my goodness, the anvil.
Anvil pocketed right now. I think it'll drop straight down, so you have to get above Big Chungus to connect it, but that's gonna deal so much damage. Do it, Jaka. Do it for the fans. Oh.
Oh, I need to see it. I need to see it.
Yeah, Jaka is holding on to that one as well. He knows how good that anvil is, how strong it is. He wants to connect it so bad. As soon as Big Chungus is off stage, I'm imagining Jaka dropping it on their head.
It's like, I don't have a bowling ball, but... Oh.
Alright, getting rid of it. Holding it for a little bit too long. Wants to have the pocket back for interaction purposes, so a little bit unsatisfactory, but I can see it. I can see it.
I can see them wanting the pocket for minecart.
Feels sad, though.
Yeah.
Alright, but once again, Jaka doing quite a good job, although getting grabbed right there. Down thrown for maximum damage as the back throw will not kill. And not really getting anything from offstage situation. Good air dodge from Big Chungus to stay alive. 154%, and the minecart gets it on Jaka as well. That looked super slow, but it is enough to take the first stock.
Yeah, Jaka was expecting Chungus to jump out for that pocket to actually give him the invulnerability and the projectile, but nope, Chungus just decided to stay inside of it. Still though, both players are now on second stock, low percent.
Big Chunk is now searching for the distance on that Isabelle once again, but Jaka has been really good in staying in the Steve threat bubble. You're not really allowing Big Chungus to get the mining started very effectively. You know, sure, you get like 1 or 2 right there. No! Oh no! He rolled. I think he rolled on the platform right there, and unfortunately, that's going to take enough time for the platform to drag you into your certain death. Oh my goodness! What an unfortunate end to Jaka's second stock right there. Big Chunk is now finding himself in the lead.
All right, not a lot of damage out of that. Isabel very light, kind of floaty, kind of falls out of Steve's stuff, I guess. I don't know. Okay, good interception on the way back to ledge. Jaka still in this.
Yeah, at least you're not getting, bonked like they did us by the blocks, right?
Yeah.
You can kind of force your way through, so that kind of takes a big load off of Jaka's shoulders there, where the recovery is still good, and you don't have to deal with that.
I love
good
that.
catch, yeah. Big Chungus was forced to jump over it. Oi. This is quite close right now. Jaka just trying to get that last stock as healthy as possible. Gets the second catch there on the anvil and gets the stock of Big Chungus. Now both players on their last stock. Jaka, the differential of 68%. Certainly not undoable here, trying to get the wall off the side, but it doesn't quite work out.
Jaka barely took any damage that whole stock.
Right, and brought it all the way back already. Up tilt, up air. That's all that she wrote there. Both players now just less than 10% apart. And as you said, Big Chungus has not really been landing many hits on Jaka so far. Although getting that right there, trying to go for the spike, but doesn't connect it. Jaka will just casually float to the other side of the stage, trying to pocket the minecart. But Big Chungus actually getting off that minecart early enough so that the pocket doesn't really matter. Getting a counter in return. So both players now, the percent slowly but surely rising here. Both players looking for their killing options. Back air is one of these, especially with the diamond there for Big Chungus. Jaka having the minecart on deck now as well, super valuable because it kind of forces Big Chungus to jump over it, or it just kills outright. But the, oh my goodness, the flare a little bit deceptive right there. There was quite a bit of leeway for Big Chungus to survive, so I guess, don't know why that was.
Yeah, I don't know why that got red sparks.
In any case, kind of put the fear to you, but that certainly gets red sparks for a reason, because that kills with the gold as well. Big Chungus taking the second game, bringing us to an even scoreline. Alright.
Did you ever think that a match between Isabel and Steve would be this exciting?
No.
Yeah.
But especially in the... I mean, both players are making it kind of hype, actually, I have to say. Like, they're not really too passive, of course. You know, you still have the mining timeouts that you have to have on Steve, sure, but they're going in, you know? Like,
yeah.
They're just running at each other right now. And I am enjoying every bit of it.
All right, here we go. Game 3. We're already on game 3.
We might actually look at a reset here as well, because Jaka's doing quite well. Like, the possibility of a reset is not out of the picture for sure. Jaka has taken the first game in this bracket off of Big Chungus with the first game in this best of 5, and if Jaka has managed to do that, this can still continue. Second game was also super close here. So Big Chungus far from safe. And you can see the damage climbing already here on Big Chungus. Jaka just connecting everything that they want to. Alright. Love the back air confirms auto shield though from Big Chungus so far, adding some good damage, but I've not seen Big Chungus connecting these high damaging Steve combos against Jaka here so far. Something that Jaka has been really good at evading.
Jaka's been sort of playing at mid-range, and not only that, I think just the weight and floatiness of Isabel is preventing a lot of these like sort of like autopilot combos where it's just like this almost always works, I'm gonna go for it, from actually connecting.
It can certainly make a big difference, but the minecart now powered by the gold as well. So almost taking the stock. Oh my goodness, that was so close. Off of Jaka, and Big Chungus just barely recovering there. There's some weird Elytra tech. Like, Elytra's just incredibly weird, and a lot of Steves had a lot of on the table to deal with that, but the Big fishing rod there, connecting on the biggest of chunguses right there, but it's not going to be chunky enough, because that's going to be the stock off the top, and Jaka now once again holding the lead here, but at 139, that's a very fragile lead. Oh, yep, see you later.
Okay, just raw up smash. Let's go for it.
Sometimes the more stupid options are the most optimal options, because nobody expects it, and that's right there the case with that up smash. Good scoop from Big Chungus on Jaka, and Big Chungus already brought this one all the way back with the diamond tools, just dealing massive damage. Look at that back air, bringing Jaka from 54 to 78. That is just... That's scary and almost disgusting there from Big Chungus, but okay, getting the jab on the platform, confirming that into an up tilt as well, but cannot quite follow up with an up air to get the kill off the top, so Big Chungus still staying alive, but dealing with a discrepancy in percent right now. One strong confirm of the Lloyd Rocket, one strong move on Smash Attack, one sweet spot back air will take it, and that is exactly what Jaka is confirming right there. Holding the lead now, but for how long?
Yeah, it's...
Oh, yep. Another one.
Yeah.
DJ Khaled in the house.
Oh my goodness. Just coming in, literally swinging.
Right back there connecting, and after all that said, after all the lead that Jaka had temporarily, it's actually Big Chungus who's now holding the lead, interestingly enough. Jaka, I believe, getting a little bit too greedy right now to connect some of these combos, moves, whatever you want to call it. Some more patience potentially here. Could work wonders.
They have
Jaka.
so much in terms of material right now.
Yeah, lots and lots of stone, not too much iron actually. 2 charges left on that one. And now 1, but that's only charge you need. Now actually Jaka staying alive. Good DI towards the top left corner right there. Landing hit of the anvil will connect, but that's not a hit that'll kill, so Jaka still staying comfortable, staying alive, 123%. I mean, far from comfortable for sure, but staying alive is very important right here. 76%. At this point, there's actually no iron on Big Chungus, and Jaka interrupting these mining processes very effectively with the slingshot right now, and just keep piling on the damage. Now there's a Lloyd planted as well for a potential trap. Minecart getting dropped there as well. Big Chungus, he has to go for some iron right now. That has been the premier kill option for Big Chungus, going for that minecart, for that empowered minecart, for the anvil, for these kind of things. But Jaka has been so good at evading these, getting a sweet spot back there as well, almost killing the fishing rod, which is barely with. Big Chungus maneuvering around it, and there is the minecart connecting for Big Chungus, taking 2 games in a row and moving up to match and tournament point.
1 more game to go.
That is, oh my goodness, all of these games are so close between these 2 players. Like, I believe every single game has been going to last hit in this grand final so far.
Chungus was in such a scramble to get iron in that last little bit.
Yeah. And it's not something we've seen a lot from Big Chungus in the course of them being on stream, right? Lacking resources.
No, they've been sort of like going up against characters that can't actually harass them at range and can't actually interrupt them. Whereas Jaka is perfectly suited to do that.
2, 1,
All right. Confident message there from Big Chungus to start us off on Kalos. Once again, of course, has the added benefit for Jaka that Big Chungus is forced to use the pickaxe for mining, which takes away durability from a very strong moves.
I like that bread and butter from Jaka right now, bringing Chungus up to 48%.
Yeah, and that is something that Chungus had to deal with a lot here, and has not been quite... 2 minecarts, hello. Has not quite been able to do so very effectively. Jaka has consistently found damage on Big Chungus' Steve, even though that in the past, when we look to earlier matches, has not really been the case, you know? So Jaka's doing a really good job in that regard, trying to interrupt the recovery there with some blocks, but for tether recoveries, that doesn't really work if they already have a tether connected. If they don't, that's an issue. But for Jaka, it's not really, because it doesn't put you into free fall and you have that up B to get through those blocks, so it doesn't really matter. But Big Chunk is now connecting some good damage off the minecart as well. Has the gold, of course, for that added speed and added damage. So Jaka kind of losing the lead that he's building so far.
Not quite yet, though. Chungus offstage does not have any iron to recover with. Oh, they're going to get some here.
Oh, trying to go for that down smash on the block right there to potentially catch a recovery below the platform. And there is a nice snipe with the minecart, dropping it on Big Chungus' head and getting the first stock in this game 4.
All right, Diamond Tools are on the field now, though. That is a problem, because not only can Chungus just steal a stock right there, all of their next combos are going to be hyper damaging. So this is where Chungus can actually start snowballing with the amount of iron that they have and the Diamond Tools.
5 charges of iron expanded one right there, so 4 left here on Chungus. Of course, as you said, the Diamond Tools there as well. These combos, if Chungus can connect them, will do incredible amounts of damage, but so far Jaka has been able to avoid it. But there come the up airs, there come the up tilts, there comes the damage, and that's the equalizer. Both players on the same percent. Specker connects as well, and Chungus now in a very good lead, trying to connect another one with the... it doesn't work! The block blocks the follow-up on that fishing rod, and Big Chungus stays safe even off stage against Jaka, against the character that is very... There's the forward smash reader. Big Chungus, good stuff from Jaka, taking back the lead, taking back
air dodge. Oh my goodness. Okay, so with that, Jaka is on the cusp of actually bringing this to game 5.
Ooh. God. Doesn't quite kill, but that's a lot of damage.
There's 40%. Only one charge of iron right now. Stone Tools are on the field. Anvil is going to kill. Okay. Both players are on last stock now.
Big Chunk is forcing that Anvil through the balloons into, or on Jaka's head, I should say, rather. 55%. Of course, Big Chunk is trying to get something started right there. Instead, Jaka getting out with a quick air dodge right there. Alright. Jab. Just a few more percents right there. The up tilt follow-up not really connecting. And Big Chunk is once again starved for resources. They're getting some right now. But Jaka is always in threat range, always able to do something.
Gold on deck.
Gold is not what Big Chungus wants to go for, though. He wants to keep it for those minecarts. He wants to get to that diamond, but Jaka doesn't let him right now. Big Chungus is getting interrupted on mining every single time. Trying to get... has the stone tools right now. Trying to
has been the bane of his existence, this stock.
Yeah. And he can't really build either because he doesn't have the resources for it. He can't erect that wall right there. So Big Chungus, good dodge around that, though, gets the Lloyd Rocket into up air, and we're going to game 5, ladies and gentlemen. Jaka is still alive in the bracket.
Oh my god, we go to game 5.
And this, Big Chungus being starved of resources there has been getting more and more extreme as Jaka learns to deal with Big Chungus mining up. And as soon as Big Chungus has run completely out of resources, not even able to build that wall that protects him, to give him at least 1.5 seconds to get 3 or 4 mining resources mined up, Jaka can just interrupt that mining process with a slingshot from a safe distance very quickly. And this is the point where the game plan from Big Chungus is crumbled. So this is the point that Jaka is trying to reach. Easier said than done, but Jaka has been able to do that last game. Let's see if he can do it again. Let's see if he can get the reset, ladies and gentlemen. Game 5 in this grand final set here. Big Chungus holding on to winner's side, but Jaka, potential for a reset here.
Alright, Jaka was doing a pretty good job of just keeping Chungus on the ledge there. I liked it, keeping them away from the ground. Oh. No chance to mine, finally get some iron going.
Right, this time around, we're on Town and City, which means that Steve uses the axe to mine, gets some wood as well, so more resources here, or quicker resources, I should rather say, for building walls, which will work in Big Chungus' favor. As I was just talking about, these walls are so important because it gives you that little amount of time to at least get something when you're mining up.
Yeah, and as long as, like, you can only get access to dirt, Isabel can basically destroy that instantly with that forward tilt.
Yeah. But now we're at the point where Big Chungus has expended every dirt in their inventory, so we're now only looking at wood, which we would have to see how good that forward tilt is for Jaka to destroy these kind of blocks. Something that I'm not remembering if he can also break them instantly. I would imagine that that's not the case.
I would assume no. Alright, coming back to stage with the up B. They are out of iron. Chungus has no iron.
Right, also no axe left on Big Chungus to mine up quickly, so they don't want to go build either though, because they will lose the diamond in a very precarious situation where the stock is almost gone. Almost taking the stock though of Jaka with that up smash. That's only one of the few options left for Big Chungus to really get that kill on Jaka.
These up smashes are huge bets, but like what else do you do?
Yeah, oh my god, and there it is indeed. The only option left for Big Chungus, and it works out as it connects it on Jaka right there, and still really can't
still
build
no
anything.
Axe. Still no
there
axe.
It is, alright. So there it is, there is the diamond tools on deck now. So both players on a very even footing here, but seeing the early lead that Jaka got for Big Chungus to be in this position right now, in an even position against Jaka, is a good testament to Big Chungus' solid play style.
Alright, I like the spot dodge into up tilt. Not a whole lot out of that, but Chungus was really just coming in swinging.
Yeah, just barely keeping the distance to get that mining started. Oh, the minecart into the Lloyd rocket in the ground. Very good there as well. Confirm into the up air from Jaka, though the second Lloyd rocket working in Jaka's favor this time around. Oh, extended hitbox on that back air. And Jaka getting that damage, but there is the fishing rod on the platform. But Jaka has an anvil in their inventory right now. They have it pocketed. Chungus dropping that a little bit too obviously. But how long will Jaka hold on to that one? Will Jaka use it? We've seen Jaka have one before, but not been able to use it. And that's not only the case as well. Jaka had a chance to tech, but instead gonna get launched to the bottom blast zone and losing the anvil in the process as well. Big Chunk is actually going for the refresh on these diamond tools, but of course has a second diamond in the inventory, so is safe to do so. And now has a big opportunity to increase the lead that they're currently holding.
Still alive at 172 after taking that Lloyd rocket. Oh.
Minecart.
Jaka is afraid to get close.
Oh!
Can't place a block there.
Oh my goodness, and there's the back of that. That almost killed for Jaka.
That almost killed sub 50, jeez.
Oh my goodness, okay. Jaka breathing a big sigh of relief. Max Rage Steve is off the cards for now. Jaka has an opportunity now to make back those percents that are differential right now, but there's so much resources on Big Chungus right now. With the diamond tools as well, incredible fast mining here. And has a second diamond in the inventory if they need it as well. That is really hard for Jaka to make it back, but they're doing a good job so far. Minecart will not be, followed up on by Big Chungus with that forward air. That's always a risky option off stage if you wait with that mash out. But this is going to be the down, this is going to be the end, but that's going to be the game, the set, and the tournament. Big Chungus takes European Bootcamp number 165. Only losing 2 games, by the way.
Only losing 2 games.
Against one player, which has been Jaka. Incredible stuff to Big Chungus, and congratulations to winning this bracket. Good showing from Jaka there as well. Not only bringing Big Chungus to a game 5 right here, but also getting revenge on Armored, right? So,
yeah.
Not too bad.
All right, so in first place we have Big Chungus. In second place we have Jaka. In third place we have Ahmed. And in fourth place we have Sir John. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for joining us this week. We are back after the holidays.
2022, baby.
2022. The Wi-Fi continues.
The saga continues. The next installation in the Wi-Fi saga, indeed. But you guys, you know, I'm still glad to be. I think Wi-Fi still has its own charm somehow. Not much so if you're forced into it that much, but you know, it kind of gives newer players the opportunity to get into the game a little bit easier, which I like.
For some of us, it's all we've got.
For some of us, it's all we've got, indeed. Especially if you're living in a more remote part and you don't really have a local scene to go to, that's always good for you.
All right.
And so I enjoyed these brackets quite a lot, and I hope you guys are enjoying as well.
Well, thank you very much for co-commentating with me, man. You held the fort down very well.
Oh, for sure, man. It's been a pleasure.
All right. Well, that is going to be it for the stream today. Who should we raid?
Yeah, who are we having on right now?
I actually don't know anyone. None of my friends or none of the channels I follow are online. Who do I raid?
I'll see if I can just see what streams are online in Ultimate right now.
Yeah.
Filantor's online.
Oh,
you can always use that.
Let's go, Cylinder. Let's throw 2 cylinders. Starting raid. All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for watching tonight. We will be back next Wednesday. See you then, I guess.
Indeed. Have a nice rest of the night, and we'll see you then. Give Cylinder our love.